All right, so we are live, officially live. You want to say something? You want to say something, Tony?
Yeah, I did want to just to dig into the story about Esau. What are they overall trying to say about him? Like he a goofball for selling his birthrights, or and he a sellout?
I'm not following what you're saying.
Like the story we run across with Esau. What are they trying to direct about him? And I know like he kind of he on the foul page, but like are they trying to say like he a goofball for like
No, he's your enemy.
selling his birthrights?
Your natural enemy.
Yeah,
Because he didn't know what he was selling.
but what are they else trying to? Because I mean that I really look at that
Who's
like
they? You thought who's they? You thought who's they?
well really the Bible trying to display about Esau like the story about him, the expression they trying to give about him like a goofball for selling his birthrights.
No,
I'm probably editing that word wrong, but like, and then a sellout.
he's negative. He's the manifestation of physical stuff of the devil.
Devil in the flesh,
Yeah.
trickeration.
Yeah, he's what not to be.
Right. Perfect example.
Sometimes you need a visual for you to see, you to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Climbing mountaintops.
Just the person that made a decision that caused him into existence.
That's how existence.
Mm-hmm.
So if his grandkids backtrack like many generations, it'll still boil back to him.
Even if they backtrack, they're not backtracking.
They don't do no homework on their forefathers.
Who?
Like the Edomites.
Some of them, most of them don't. It doesn't matter, it's done for them. God already tells you to them already.
Yeah, they have elites of them. They all understand it. They know what it is. It's the regular common folk that you're talking about that don't get it. They don't know where they sit on the pole.
But he's made a decision already. That's the only detriment to his descendants already. He made a decision already. He made a decision to go against God, and he hooked up with the fallen angels and Satan, and he has no problem. The decision has been made. He's been told, don't do that.
So the fallen angels probably helped lace him to be worse than he already was.
Yeah, he hooked up with him when he went over there and messed with them Canaanites. He was told not to mess with to mix with the Canaanites. He mixed with them anyway. His parents told him to do that. He deliberately went against his parents and mixed with them. And these Canaanites was mixed with the fallen angel's DNA. That's what he did. He did it on purpose. He purposely text tell you that's what he did.
Come, remember that.
So if you gonna disrespect your parents and deliberately go against them, you think about God. You ain't caring what he's saying either. He said to honor your father and your mother. Mm-hmm. So you're not listening to your father. It's a direct you define God.
He went against the Most High,
yeah,
his parents, and himself for selling his birthrights. And again, in his brother.
Yeah, that's why Paul tells you that he's a profane person like Esau.
Who sold his
Paul said, yeah.
birthright for
Paul said it ain't no defamed person like Esau.
Yeah, say no, no one like him.
Who sold
he's
his
a profane.
birthright.
Paul said he's profane, like Esau. He's telling you he's telling this guy's character. You read more about him in Jasher. And Jasher tells you when you read what it said about Jasher and him, that's how they operate today. Mm-hmm. They trickery with words. Mm-hmm. They like use words like kinda, maybe, possible, all trickery. It's all trickery stuff. When we were told your yay be yay and nay be nay, all that middle stuff, that's how he still talk. That's how he tricked people. And Esau was doing that in Jasher. His descendants still doing it. They have not changed, man. Let them fool you. They got the spirit of their father. That's why Christ told the Pharisees, said, "You have your father, the devil." That's who he is. He's of his father, the devil. You gotta watch them, man. You know what I'm saying?
So his missus is just as wicked.
Of course.
Because of the unbalanced part. Oh, make it cave.
You gotta read the 13 tribes of Arthur Costa. So as woman to rock. Dude didn't say he wanted to go talk to one of them up in there, and he talking to him, and his wife come out half naked. They're disrespectful.
It's in the snow.
And it ain't cold. They up in the snow where it's freezing. And they coming out like that. And today we see him do the same thing today. You see him on their football games where it's snowing, they got no shirt on.
Right.
And they love it.
Right.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, T Miles. Can you hear?
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, brothers. Yeah, you loud and clear.
Yeah, that's how they rock, man. They have not changed. They always been this way, bro. The own food, people have not changed. You know what I'm saying? Israel has been the same Israel. We haven't changed. We're the same Israelites. Don't let them fool you. That's why we know we those people, man. You read about them, like, yeah, that's us.
Yeah. Hard-headed.
Hard-headed.
We never changed that.
Yeah, that's us, bro.
What if it's another people out there like, yeah, that's us? They're like,
that's not y'all.
That's not
y'all. No, it's not y'all.
Because they already got their race too.
Not y'all. Not even line up correct. Again, but listen, man, Esau not no one even get into. Like I said, he's dead man walking. I don't even really. That's why you hear me talking about him too much. Not too much. I ain't really saying nothing about him. Most I said he's done, bro. What is there else to say when the most I say he's done? What is it to say?
It's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? There ain't too much you can speak on that. You know, it's into that. It is what it is, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Waste the time.
That's basically what it boils down to, because they know you can do it. But if God say I'm gonna get rid of them, what you gonna do? What you gonna say to God? Don't. Really?
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
And mostly really say when it comes to him, man. I'm saying the deed has been done. Right? Most I don't spoke on it. And that's what it is. That's prophecy. Prophecy can be averted, and nothing we can do. Like it is what it is.
And his promise, he'll rule the world, the land of the fat of the.
He rules the world.
Right, the fat of the land.
He rules the world. Under his God,
the riches of the earth, fat of the land.
Yeah, he's the one living. The Bible say he live on the earth deliciously. That's him.
So why people keep confusing the Arabs with being Esau?
They live comfortably too.
Huh?
Why? Yeah, a lot of people is trying to say no, the Arab is Esau.
They don't know what they're talking about. They're trying to get away from who they are, man. That's what it boils down to.
So
not all of them are Esau. We're looking for that red he one.
That red he.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
But if they follow the ways of Esau, then they're gonna join them. It's simple as that. If you follow the ways of Satan, you're gonna join them. It's simple as that, right? You might not even be them, but if you following their way, you're gonna lake of fire too.
So it's not just exclusive to Esau.
Yeah, you can go join them. Like, listen, hell wasn't made for humans; it was made for Satan and the angels. Because human beings want to disobey God, well, you're gonna have to join them in the lake then.
Right.
That's how it goes.
The Most High said, "I'm giving you what you want. You don't want to be with me."
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah. Jails are made for criminals. You want to be a criminal, and you don't go to jail. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying?
Makes so much sense.
Any other questions before we get right into it?
Who did Paul write the Book of James? Is that one of his books?
No.
Okay.
John wrote the Book of James.
Who?
James wrote the Book of James.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I noticed the heading changed when is this the first book that?
What you mean the heading changed?
Well, like I'm thinking like in the book of Hebrews, that's still written by Paul, right?
Yes.
Okay, and
But some believe it's not written by Paul. I want to be clear, for full disclosure. Some believe it's not written by Paul. Now you have in a 1611,
okay.
it's King James 1611 Bible. The thing is, at the end, it says it was written by Timothy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's wrong.
Okay.
Timothy didn't write Hebrew.
Okay, he wasn't a scribe either. Huh?
Say again?
Timothy wasn't a scribe either. Huh? He didn't scribe stuff.
I don't know. I can't say if he did it or he didn't, but he didn't write Hebrew. Because in the book of Hebrew, you talk about how he was just released at the end of the chapter. It said our brother Timothy is set at liberty.
Yeah.
How was Timothy writing the book and saying about himself? Or brother Timothy, and I'm Timothy. I'm talking about myself. What?
Got you.
In second person. What is this foolishness? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Paul wrote Timothy too.
Yeah.
Okay.
First and second Timothy. Right.
Okay.
To Timothy though.
To Timothy,
Correct.
Because I just noticed when James introduced his, he put a different, I mean, and that's how I knew it was a difference, because James started off a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. That was his heading. I'm like, why aren't all the headings like that? Like, it should all be to the 12 tribes of Israel, right?
It all depends who you're writing to and the people,
the audience,
the people that can mess it up. See, if I'm Paul, I'm writing Hebrews, to Hebrews,
right,
who are in Judea, I can't put my name on there. Why can't I put my name on there?
Because it's not a Hebrew. It's not a.
No, I can't put my name on it because people in Judea don't like me.
Oh yeah. Khan, he was killing. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get those in Judea that don't believe in the Messiah to understand the Messiah. So I'm writing a letter, so they can see it. If they see the letter and for them to see on this my name, Paul, they gonna even read it. They gonna throw that out.
Right.
Get that out of here. We trash that. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
I don't want to read that. But if they see Hebrew, they Hebrews, they say, "Oh, this Hebrew."
Okay.
Let me read what this is saying about Hebrew.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Yeah, I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was using wisdom.
You got to be smart,
right?
So his name is not on the letter. But if you understand Paul's style of writing,
right,
and you read it, you're like, that's him.
That's Paul.
That is him, right? That's why you got to. There's a whole bunch of nuances of stuff you got to pay attention to. You get familiar with people writing style.
Wow.
And you can tell, oh, that's him. That's people. There are people out here experts on people's signature.
Yes.
Have you signed something and they know?
Yeah.
They know your writing style, and they know your signature on different things. So you ain't just say, no, that's him. He wrote that. Right. Because they know your writing style and how you use words. Yes, sir.
It go back to something else, but as much as I studied that zodiac, you know what I mean, like from the 60s to the 70s, and like I really know they know who it was now, because he was writing his name on cards, drawing signatures, writing letters.
Who you talking about?
He's talking about the Zodiac.
The Zodiac Killer.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like
he had a logo.
A bunch of letters came in, like they knew who he was.
He had a logo where he used to leave his signature around. Tony didn't kind of watching that guy.
But I'm just saying, from the early 60s all the way, we in 2026 with DNA, everything. He left everything and they still playing like they don't know who he is. Feds, FBI, CIA. I'm talking about the people up top. Like, how y'all playing like y'all still don't know who he is?
They know this person.
Wrote him a bunch of letters. So they help covering up for him.
Any other questions? All right, let's get right to it, man. Isaiah 66. Share my screen here. I'm going here because the brother last week, he was saying how that this is taught and we get to verse 15. He's saying that this is that's Christ. We didn't even clear it up for the brother.
Okay.
Right? Get the understanding for him, straighten them out. And also y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Hebrew Luke.
Ooh.
It's here.
Ooh.
It's here.
Okay.
I'm gonna have y'all judge what's about to come out. Y'all judge for yourself.
Ooh.
Off the
Okay.
chain stuff, but
Okay.
judge for yourself, right? We're gonna touch on a few stuff in there. Right? But I went through we've been doing the Hebrew Matthew.
Come.
So now I gotta go through the Hebrew Luke, the Hebrew John, and the Hebrew Mark.
Okay.
Get all of them, right? So
Come.
I'm gonna do the last three. I kind of skimmed through the Hebrew John, but I gotta go through it more. But the Hebrew Luke
Come.
so far, anyway. Wait till we get to
Okay.
Isaiah 66, starting at verse 1.
I got it. Isaiah chapter 66 from the top. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye built unto me, and where is the place of my rest?
Yeah, right. So heaven is his throne. Footstool is something you put your foot on. Again, a footstool is flat at the top, and it has 4 legs at the bottom, right?
Okay.
Telling you the earth is flat. Go ahead.
Verse 2. For all those things hath mine hand made.
Because God said he made it. So, see, people don't understand when they come to the New Testament and it's saying that Jesus is the creator and he created all things. Incorrect. God says it right here. It says, all those things my hand have made. I made them. Wasn't Christ. I made them. All those things my hand has made them. He's trying to take credit from the Most High. The Most High just sitting there, just giving orders. He ain't doing nothing. He's right here. I made all this thing.
Well, how do you harmonize that with all that architect talk out there? That
What architect talk?
a lot of people say that Jesus did the building, and the Most High was the power that he used to do it with.
He's talking about God gave him the blueprint.
Blueprint, come.
And they went and carried it out.
He went and carried it out.
We need a book, chapter, verse on stuff like that.
Come.
What book, chapter, verse said that?
Come. Because this book, chapter, verse says that the Most High did his own work.
Depending on their own understanding.
Even with Job too, it's saying.
In the Job, he says that he made all these different things. When I laid the beams and I did so on and so forth.
Measured the flat earth.
For all those things my hand has made. Go ahead.
And all those things have been, saith the Lord.
Yeah. All those things has been. You gonna deny that? This is
No, this is real.
Somebody lying.
Wow.
Either God or what you trying to say Jesus did it. I'm going with God. I don't know about anybody.
I'm going with the Most High.
Facts.
Come on.
Go ahead.
But to this man will I look.
So this is the man that the Most High God is focused on. Go ahead.
Even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my words.
Right. Someone that's poor doesn't necessarily have to be financial wise, but someone that's humble and of a contrite spirit, right? Someone that's sincere. Not the fake and phony people. Right? And tremble at my word. Right? That means you are afraid to break God's commandments, laws, and statutes. This is the people that God is looking on. Right? That's who he's focused on. Them other people he's not. Right? We're gonna get into the reason why.
Oh wow.
This is the window every lifetime you want to fit yourself in. This poor and contrite and tremble at his word. You want to fit yourself in that window, because that's what the Most High is looking at. Right? You want God to look at you, fit yourself in that window right there.
I've been using Windows to explain everything last week.
Got to. Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word, your brethren that hate you.
Brethren, see, people that keep law, things, and commandments. There's other people, your other brother, they hate you. Got a problem with you. Go ahead.
That cast you out for my name's sake.
People get mad at you and don't want to deal with you because of that. Because you in Torah, they do this. They kick you out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Said, let the Lord be glorified.
And these are the ones that say, oh, praise the Lord, Ba'ashem HaMashiach Yahushua, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But he shall appear to you, to your
He's
joy,
going to appear to your joy. Go ahead.
and they shall be ashamed.
Yeah, they're going to be ashamed, brother. They're going to be ashamed for how they moving with you. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice of the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemies.
Yeah, see that? It's the Most High, he coming. A voice from the city, more specifically, a voice from the temple. Okay. Right? So you hear the voice, but it's somewhere in the city. We're in the city. The voice is in the temple. Okay. Right? More specifically in the temple is the voice of the Lord. Right? He's going to render recompense to his enemies. Right? So I want to get right to it. Right? We're going to jump down to verse 15. We're going to get to the Lord going to render with vengeance to his enemies. Right? Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Sir Smith. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessings, brother. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, you right on time, brother. Your timing is right on time.
Impeccable.
Right on.
Look at God. Look at God.
Right on time, brother. Because your question was that when me and you talked, we talked about Isaiah 66 and 15, and you talked this was Christ coming, right? So I'm gonna go through and show you this is not Christ, this is the Most High, right? And
okay, let's go.
And there's some very interesting things within these verses here that has to come out, right? We just got you can't run on time when the voice from the city, from the temple, is the Most High, right? Well, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna start here, but this is Torah, right? Verse 15.
Verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Right? This is the Most High coming, right? He doesn't talk about Christ coming like this, right? Say Christ is coming.
Let me ask you so I can get on one quote you. Why are you saying this? Are you saying it just because you see the Lord in capital letters, or what conclusion are you coming to that this is the Most High?
Oh, I'm gonna get to it. Give me verse 16.
Verse 16. For by fire and by his own sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Clear? Right? You're gonna plead with, remember this phrase right here. Plead with all flesh. Remember that? And the slain of the Lord, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, right?
Hey, can I be heard?
Yes, sir.
Hey, just so I'm clear, cause I got I got on the late. Why are you saying this the Most High? Is it because you see the word Lord in capital letters, or is there anything else you see that make you think this the Most High?
Oh, maybe we should go back.
Once again, the phrase that says right here, plead with all flesh, right? And the slain of the Lord shall be many. Home in on that.
Right. So I'm saying, is that what you're saying is making you think this Most High? Just so I'm following you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Right now we got to back up. Forget what we remember. We gonna come back to Isaiah 66. Because again, I got to finish this to verse 24. Listen, down to verse 20. You got to hear the rest of this. I just want to be clear. You have to hear the rest of this. Right? This is just the buildup, right? We need to get to Deuteronomy. We need Deuteronomy 32, verse 35. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Starting at verse 35.
You got this one?
Right? So we can be clear. Remember, the phrase I left off with, the Lord's gonna kill a lot of flesh. Right? We just read that. So I said key in on that particular phrase, right in Isaiah, right? Plead with all flesh, and the slaying of the Lord shall be many. We know that the touch of Ram is there when it says all capital. But we hear in Deuteronomy, right? Who got that?
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, reading at verse 35.
Yes.
To me belongeth vengeance and recompense.
To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Who is the me?
The Most High.
The Most High. Right?
Come.
No, not the Most High.
No, it's the Most High.
Vengeance is the
We
Most
can
High.
pause. Let's prove it. Let's prove it.
Come.
Can we get Romans real quick? I'm gonna pull up one, just read it. We get Romans chapter 12, verse 19.
Come.
Romans chapter 12, verse 19, I think it is.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Romans chapter 12, verse 19.
Yes.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Right? Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith who?
The Lord.
The Lord. So vengeance belongs to who?
The Lord.
The Lord, right? Let's come back. Let's come back to Deuteronomy. So we can be clear. Vengeance belongs to who? The Lord.
Come.
So he's the one that's going to go ahead and take vengeance.
Come.
Right?
Come.
We're going to read him doing it.
Come.
See, people think that means that, oh, Christ's going to do it for him. No. Christ's going to do certain things for him, but there's certain things he himself going to do.
Come.
And this is where we're going to read what he said he's going to do. Deuteronomy, right here, 32. Give me verse 35 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, reading at verse 35. Me too belongeth vengeance.
To me belongeth vengeance. Go ahead.
And recompense.
Go ahead.
Their feet shall slide in due time. For the day of their calamity is at hand. And the things that shall come upon them make haste.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Verse 36, for the Lord shall judge his people and repent himself for his servant when he seeth that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left.
Right? So God's going to judge his people, that's for sure. But then he's going to repent himself for his servant's sake. See that?
Come. Wow.
He's not going to finish it for his servant's sake, the ones within his people that's his serving him, right? He says, when he seeth their power is gone. See, he's beginning to see that now. Because our power is gone.
Wow.
Right?
Right.
And there is none shut up or left. Right? So he's seeing that now. Right? Because our power is gone.
You talking about the Israel power?
Yeah.
Oh, come.
Right? Go ahead.
Come. Read that verse 37. And he shall say, where are their gods, their rock in whom they trust?
Right? Since our power is gone, they saying, right? Where are their gods? Where's the rock that they trusted in? Right? Where's the Most High? Go ahead.
38. Which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offering. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection.
Right? Let them rise up and be your protection. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me.
So the Most High is saying, recognize I, even I am he. There is no God with me. Right? This is where Tanakh only had came at me and said, see, brother, you on that Jesus Christ stuff, bro. God says right here, there ain't no God with him. Right here, brother. And this is why Tanakh only don't understand the Tanakh. Don't understand Old Testament. He think he got me. He said, I said, can you please explain to me Psalms 110? I'm still in the Old Testament. God says in Psalms 110, sit at my right hand. I said, who is sitting at his right hand? I said, here in Deuteronomy, there ain't no one sitting there at this point.
Okay.
But by the time we reach the Psalms,
Come.
he's prophesying of someone that will sit next to him. There's no one here right now in Deuteronomy we're reading, but Psalms are telling us that there will be someone there.
Okay.
His answer is crickets. Because you can't answer Psalms 110. Psalms 110 put him to shame. You can't answer it. It clearly tells you that there will be someone sitting next to him.
Right.
The verse says it. That's because they don't understand the Old Testament. They
Right.
think that they don't have time. Their timeline is off.
Right. And that makes sense on how Christ sits in the mercy seat, right? The mercy seat is next.
No, sits in the mercy seat. That's the most high.
That's the most high seat.
Yes.
Okay.
Sits in the mercy seat. We're gonna deal with that too as well today.
Okay.
So God said that right now, when we coming out the wilderness right now, ain't no God with me. Right? No one sitting next. I do what?
I kill.
God said he killed. What else?
And I make unalive.
I resurrect. I can kill you. I can resurrect you. Don't get it twisted. Go ahead.
So I would.
I can wound you. Go ahead.
I heal.
And I can heal you. Go ahead.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
No one can deliver out of my hand. None. Go ahead.
Verse 40. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever.
Get it clear. Right? Sometimes you gotta flex just to let them know what's popping with you. Don't get it twisted. Right? Lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes you got the most high. Listen, let me flex a little bit here. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand.
King live forever.
Y'all think I'm just sitting down, just giving orders all day. Wrong. Don't have me off this chair. Don't have me get up off this chair and show you what time it is.
Wow.
You don't want to see that. Go ahead.
Verse 41. If I
wet.
If I wet my glittering sword.
If I wet my glittering sword, go ahead.
And my hand take hold on judgment.
Go ahead.
I will render vengeance to my enemy. And will reward them that hate me.
Most High saying he do this. Don't have me go wet my glittering sword now. And render vengeance to my enemies. And I will reward them that hate me.
I need to mark this. Hold on. Wait.
God himself is saying, hey, don't have me get off this chair.
Whoa.
You don't want to see that. And he's finna get off that chair. Go ahead.
Verse 42. I will make my arrows drunk with blood.
Come on. I will make my arrows drunk with blood. Go ahead.
And my sword shall devour flesh.
And my sword shall do what?
Devour flesh.
We just read in Isaiah. Let's look at it again with the flesh part so we can see.
He will render his vision of the all flesh.
In Isaiah, it says, by fire and by his sword would the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slaying of the Lord shall be many. Wow. That's what Isaiah is saying. This is what we reading right here in Deuteronomy. Right? Right here. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. He himself, he said he's doing it. He ain't said, listen, that's why I read the part where it says, there ain't no God with me. So we can't be saying we're talking about Jesus Christ. Wow. He's talking about himself. Wow. So everything down is talking about him doing this. None about him. I'm sending my son, or I'm sending somebody else. There's no God with me. I'm doing this.
Wow.
So have me get off.
Let me ask one question. Let me ask one question because I'm trying to follow, but I want to make sure that I'm on the same wavelength as far as this. So when if you're saying this is the Most High, he once he come down, he's not going back up to the third heavens, is he?
The Most High is everywhere.
No, I'm saying because you're saying this verse is talking about him, so he don't came down to the earth, right?
He's gonna. You say he's gonna come down to the earth. You said.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm saying what you're saying is Isaiah 15. You're saying he came down to the earth and he's pleading with all flesh, right?
Yes, sir.
Is he ever going back to the third heaven, or is he going to stay on earth?
He's everywhere.
Everywhere. Air low, air low.
Brother, I know. Okay, go ahead. Do you think?
Listen, listen. Let me explain. Let me explain while I'm answering what I'm answering you like that, right? I understand you saying that he's gonna come and plead with all flesh. Is he staying, right? So that's why the text tells us that God is omnipresent. I know you agree that what the text says in Revelation, he's omnipresent. That means he's
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's talking about his spirit though. That's not talking about his physical being. Like he is everywhere by way of his spirit. But when you say omnipresent, you take that like you believe God has a body, right? Like a physical body.
Yes, sir.
So make I ask it this way then. When he come down from the third heaven, right, and he's down pleading Isaiah 66:15, is he still also up in the heavens, sitting on the throne?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, rock it out. I'm gonna listen.
Here's why. Here's why. Because of the word you just read. If he's not omnipresent, right? If he's not omnipresent, then it means once he leaves the throne in heaven, then the throne in heaven is empty. You know what I'm saying? That's why this one of the argument I didn't understand when people are saying Jesus is the Most High God. So when he came down in the flesh, then the throne up there was empty. No one is sitting on the throne up there. There's an empty throne up there, and he's down here. You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't make any. So there's no one who was ruling when he's down here for these 30 years that he was down here for, or whoever want to say 33 and a half years, whatever.
Right.
So the throne is vacant for that long, right? Which doesn't make any sense.
No.
The throne is always occupied in the heavens. Always occupied.
Because if it don't have no one sitting on it, Satan can go sit on it.
Well, he can't go sit on it, but if the throne in heaven is vacant,
right,
then who's giving the order?
True.
Who's giving the order? Who's keeping things moving and going? What it gonna turn to say, well, what do we do? Because he's down there in the flesh. What he's giving orders from down there doing the flesh? It wasn't making any sense, because while he's in the flesh, he's praying to someone up there on the throne. So if he's in the flesh down here, he should be praying to nobody.
Right, he should be taking everything on
He should
himself.
be right, but that's not what we see him doing down there. So that doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm trying to say. He's omnipresent, meaning he can be down here killing people in a spiritual body and form, but he's also at the same time present on the throne in the third heaven as well. That's why he say he's omnipresent. Go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead. Do you think?
Yeah, that's why again we can't forget the point that he's omnipresent. If you see God manifest somewhere and he's there, but he's also everywhere else. Right?
Well, that's the same argument that the Christian Sunday, the people that go to church on Sunday, that's the same argument they have, that when he was down here on the earth, he still, because he's omnipresent, he can be more than one place at one time. That's why they believe in the Trinity. That's part of the reason. Like he's up there and he's down, he's on the cross and he's on the throne at the same time. Same way how you saying he's down on the earth eating with flesh, but sitting on the throne. That's that same argument. That's why I asked that question.
No, that argument wouldn't work for the Trinity. Here's why the argument worked for the Trinity, because they argue that he's three persons in one.
Well, not I'm talking about the aspect of like we asked the question, how is he on the cross and the throne at the same time? And that's one of the things, because he's omnipresent. Like he could be on the cross and the throne at the same time.
No,
you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get you, but for the Trinity, he can't be on the earth and the throne at the same time.
Well, I should have said Trinity of showing that Christ and the Most High is the same type thing. That's how the one, because you know we'd be like, hey, well why, how could he be on the cross and on the throne at the same time where he's omnipresent?
Yeah,
That's what I hear a lot.
yeah, but again, if they use that argument and you ask them, well, then he's praying to himself. Then they want to say no. They're gonna say he's praying to the Father. But you just got him saying the Father came down.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you know the whole thing about that's when he's on the earth, he is the son. When he's up in there, he's the father. You see what I'm saying?
He's always the
yeah,
same.
but that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the Trinity,
No, I'm saying that's what they say. I understand what you're saying,
No,
but
I
I'm
get
saying that
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain to you why that doesn't work. Because their argument is that he's three distinct person, Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Mhm.
Three distinct person they say he is.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
That is supposed to be the one God.
Mhm.
So the argument wouldn't make any sense and it wouldn't work. So in other words, if the Father is in the heavens and the Son is on earth, right? Then we have no clue where the Holy Spirit is, right? They would say, well, he's in the heaven with the Father,
Mhm.
right? So what they would say.
Mhm.
Well, then we say, well, then that's three different gods. But the argument is that no, there's one God. The argument is always is one God in three persons. What the argument would be. And then the argument is that they're co-equal. It doesn't work because then one of them is praying to the other one. And then the arguments fall apart again.
Right. And the other one never prays to the.
If we're co-equal, I don't have to pray to you.
Right.
But they would concede, well, yeah, the Father give orders to the Son and the Holy Spirit. Well, then your co-equal argument fall apart again. Because co-equal means exactly that. Equal.
Come.
Right? So that doesn't work. All right. You just gotta know how to ask them the right question to say that stuff don't work. So verse 41 again, if I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold of vengeance, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and I will reward them that hate me. Now that's clear. This is not only for just the nation, this is the Israelite too. For those that hate him, they gonna get cut down too as well. All right. And listen, God can do this in many different ways. Right? He opened the earth in the wilderness and swallowed some Israelites up and they were going crazy, rebelling against Moses. Right? He sent serpents against them, biting them, killing them that way. The serpents became his sword. The earth opened up, became his sword. Right? The nation of Assyria talks about how that's my sword. So different things he can use to be his sword. Different things he can use to come put you to death with.
So it's not necessarily a glittering sword. It could be all kinds of stuff that he can use.
The Bible talks about all different things is referred to of God's sword, a pestilence. The pestilence is talked about is his sword.
Wow.
So what about Amalek?
What about Amalek?
When we was leaving out of the wilderness, and then they want to attack us. I mean, when we was on the way to the wilderness, leaving out of Egypt on the way to the wilderness, the Amaleks want to attack us. That won't be no sword, more like a belt or something.
No. They were no sword. They were just wanted to attack. They were rebellious. We went through why they wanted to attack. They attacked. We went over to get why they hit their mama. The mama came to join them. We rejected them. Jacob told them no. Right. So she holding animosity. So of course her son Amalek gonna try to come take vengeance, stuff like that, because he mad they turned their mama down. You know how that goes. You diss mom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We can't let that rock. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna let that rock. Because she was a king's daughter and brought herself all the way down, right? And became a concubine to Esau's son Eliphaz. Imagine how a king's daughter would do something like that. She demeaned herself.
Disgrace.
And then try to come and then join us, and we like, no, so she mad about that. Verse 42.
Verse 42. I will make my arrow drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. And that with the blood of the slain and of the captive from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy.
Upon the enemy, right? Again, I'm saying this is not just the nations, it can be Israel too as well. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 43. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people.
Rejoice, you nations, you of the non-Israelites, with Israel, his people. Go ahead.
For he will avenge the blood of his servants.
If he gonna revenge the blood of his servants, it have to be on the other nations, right? Of his servants. These are Israelites. Go ahead.
And will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people.
Right? So clearly here, the people he's gonna take vengeance on is these other nations. He's gonna avenge the blood of his servants. Go ahead.
What is he saying? I will mercify unto the land.
Be merciful to his land.
Okay, Israel.
The land of Israel, yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 44. And Moses came and spake all the words of this song in the ears of the people. He and Hoshea, the son of Nun.
Right. Joshua. Right? They came and they rehearsed this. They came and spake all these words of this song in the ears of the people. He, Hoshea, the son of Nun, right? So we have a song that Israel song to the Most High God once they crossed the Red Sea and God drowned the Egyptians, right? They sung a song there. This is another song here again. But this song right here is a song that goes through time. It brings us all the way to the end, the time that we're in. Wow. Right? There's another song in Revelation that talks about the song of the Lamb. Right? They learn the song of the Lamb. There's another song in Luke, which is the song of Mary. Mary has a song in it when she's talking as well. Right? Again, y'all got to wait to hear this about Mary. You ain't gonna believe what it says.
Oh wow.
Wow. Right? Well, did we get to it? Verse 45.
Verse 45. And Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel.
To all Israel, right? So we clearly hear this is clearly talking about, this is the Most High that's saying this is not Christ.
Israel.
This is not talking about Jesus Christ. There is no, in all the verse we read from 35 to 45, we don't see anything here about it talking about it. Where does Christ fulfill this at? It's not in no way in there that he's fulfilling any of this right here. It's only if it's the Most High doing this.
Wow.
Right? That's why you see, we don't know everything that's happening within the millennium reign and these different timelines. See, what someone would do would just quickly go to equate it and say, well, Christ's gonna do that. Well, that's you saying that. You detail it specifically and show us where is Christ at. We read here, nothing details in his Christ. That's why when he says there's no God with me, this is the Most High talking. That is clear from saying that.
Specific.
There is no distinction. Christ can't say that.
God.
He can't never say that God with me. He can't never say that. So we know that's God saying that.
Yeah, we know Christ ain't gonna have
God is him doing this.
So no, one more question. So 2 questions actually. Where's Christ at this time? In Isaiah 66.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to that for you. I'm gonna get to that for you.
So I'm gonna let you get that, but my second question would be: is this before Christ slayed the people with the sword of his mouth, or when you know how when he take vengeance? Is this happening before him or after?
After.
Okay.
That's a good
Go
question.
ahead.
That's a good question.
Tony.
When I do hear this line, and Moses made an end of speaking all these words to Israel, it's showing you the Most High is sending Moses to Israel. Why would Israel go to anybody else now? Do that make sense?
Well, they're in the wilderness right now. They're coming out the wilderness right now.
Like we understand eventually word will reach to them because it's coming from the Most High. But that's showing they already have a God. They rolling with their God and with their God saying they not rolling with the Most High. I spoke it directly to Moses. Moses being Israel and saving Israel, he's gonna get at Israel. Everybody else normally an enemy to him. Why would Moses come around to somebody else with this message when it's fresh? And I got this from God. You know what they gonna do? Stone you because you telling me something about another God we not even familiar with, and we already don't like you because you a slave and you Israel. Come on. They not out to hear you.
Let's go to Isaiah, finish Isaiah.
Come on.
The brother had a question. He said he want to know when this was going to actually take place and everything else. I thought it was after. All right, we back in Isaiah 66, right?
Come.
And let me get verse 16 again so we can come complete.
Come. Isaiah chapter 66, starting at verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Go ahead.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind the tree, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
Right? This is happening, as I'm understanding this. This is happening after Christ comes back and set up his kingdom. Right? Because people have a misunderstanding that thing. When Christ come back and he set up his kingdom, everybody going to be under control, which is they're going to be under control, but there's still going to be people doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Right? And that's why people are going to get judged. Right? Even Christ tell us that the apostles going to sit on 12 thrones judging who? Israelites. Even they doing things. That's off. So if they doing things off, nations are doing things off as well. Right? This verse talks about them, right, purifying themselves in gardens. Behind what? Behind one tree in the midst. So they secretly doing things they ain't supposed to be doing. Right? Eating swine's flesh. Right?
And mouse.
And the abomination. And the mouse. But they're doing all these things, hiding, doing all of these different things. But of course, God sees everything. Right? It says, shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Right? That's why even after the 1,000-year reign, how is Satan able to raise an army up and send them to sea? Because you have people doing Christ's 1,000-year reign that ain't really rocking with him reigning.
Okay, you're right.
They ain't rocking with him reigning. But they're acting like they have to act like, we submitting, but we ain't really submitting like that. We waiting for someone to come lead us to go attack. Right? You would think by that time they would be afraid and be like, man, we ain't never attacking him.
Right.
That's not what the scriptures tell us. They are for an attack.
You just said something. So I'm sorry. So is this before or after the 1,000-year reign? This the tribulation or?
This is during. I'm saying this is during the 1,000-year reign. At some point during the 1,000-year reign, this is happening here.
Okay, so this is during the 1,000-year reign. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is during the 1,000-year reign. Just like when Christ comes back, I said, scriptures tell us he goes in and get his elect. Right? He goes to get his elect. The dead in Christ going to rise first, and we which are alive caught up in the air with the Lord, right? And what has he done? He goes to Jerusalem, and he go take the Antichrist out of power, right? The Antichrist and the false priests, and they're cast into the lake of fire, right? So he thought to get Jerusalem cleared of all of the Gentiles out of there, and get everything straightened out, right? So he get Jerusalem, the Antichrist. See, Jerusalem gets cleared out. While that is happening, the text tells us, right? The text tells us God's going to bring what? The other Israelites to the wilderness, right?
And plead.
And then he's going to plead with them face to face, he said, like he did in the wilderness, right? But at the same time, Christ is in Jerusalem getting all that straightened up and his body getting that prepared for the ones that's in the wilderness that God is dealing with to bring them into the land, right? So I'm showing you God is here dealing with those in the wilderness while Christ is in Jerusalem getting all that cleared up. So Christ is here and God is here doing things at the same time, right? So when Christ did all that straightened out in Jerusalem and all situated and all that people cleared out, then the ones in the wilderness that God is dealing with, they can come into the land. They come into the land, right? When they come into the land, the text tells us, then what they do is the Gentile that Isaiah said is attached to us, they're gonna have them, it says take them as servants. They're gonna serve us. They're gonna start cleaning the land up, burying the dead that Christ killed, getting the land cleared up and burying them. All that's happening. They're gonna start building up our stuff, right? The nations who was taken down by Christ, they're gonna start and start bringing the rest of our brothers and sisters on their shoulders and nursing them and all that. This is all Isaiah 60 telling us this is happening, right? But Christ is still working. What are you gonna do after that? After he finished with Jerusalem and the city of Israel and all that, he got to go to the other nations and them take them down. Like, yo, I'm ruling. So while he's doing that, the Israelites in the wilderness who are coming in are held building up the land while he's taking down the rest of the nations, right? But God is the one orchestrating them going back into the land while Christ is over here doing something else. So I'm showing you why Christ is here. God is here doing stuff too as well. According to what the text is telling us. So it ain't Christ doing everything. God is working too.
Come.
God ain't just sitting around just giving orders.
And he on the throne.
And he on the throne because he's omnipresent. Right? That's it. We do not fully understand the Most High God. I think you'll never be able to fully understand him. He's on another level. The scripture says his understanding is past finding out. You're not going to ever find that out. His understanding is that you are never going to find that out. It's too much for you to even deal with. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
So when Satan, when he asked him, where you been? He was like, I'm here a little, there a little, busy. He was trying to be like the Most High on that equation.
No, he walked into a foot in the earth. He can never be like the Most High God. Never. And he falls so shy, it's ridiculous. And he can't come close. He ain't even on Christ level. He ain't nowhere near the Most High level.
But not probably even on Michael level.
Probably now he definitely ain't on Michael level because Michael takes him down. He can't beat Michael. I'm not sure he can beat Gabriel. Maybe he can beat Gabriel. I know he can't beat Michael. That's for sure he can't beat him. Right? Let's continue here because there's some other stuff in here we got to get to.
God.
Verse 18.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory.
See that? They got to come and see his glory. His glory, right? Not Jesus Christ's glory. He's going to gather them to come see his glory.
Wow.
Because as far as we understand, Christ is reigning. Okay, it's all about Christ, right?
Christ.
He's getting his just due for what he did, right? What about the Father? Christ, the Father said, I'm going to gather them and they're going to come see my glory. You see my son, right?
Come.
You see that?
Come.
Come see mine. Come check mine to see,
Okay.
see what it is.
And
you got to see mine.
Come. But he's gathering all nations though.
Gathering all nations.
All the nations.
One that are left, of course.
Come.
The one that's left.
Killed
After Christ, he gonna come. Right? So they can see his glory, right? Because after they taken down by Christ, they're gonna be like, okay, you have to bow down.
Come.
So gather them and let them come see my glory. Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations.
So them that escape of them is Israelites, right? They escaped of them who? The nations, right? It's either that or it's the nations that are escaped of the nation. Either the one of the two has got to be.
Okay.
Right?
Come.
Because if he gathered the nation to see his glory, then he says, and I will set a sign among them, which will be the nations, right? And I will send those that are escaped of them, right? Will be the nations again, right? Or it's Israel that escaped of the nations, right? That are brought back. Either one of the two, right? Go ahead.
To Tarshish.
Go ahead.
Paul and Lud that draw the bow. To Tubal and Javan.
The reason why he's saying is draw the bow. That's why I tell you, when you read in Joel, it says, beat your swords into plowshares.
Yeah.
You're going back to farming. They're going back to arrows, stuff like that. Right? We're not dealing with Desert Eagles and assault rifles and all of that stuff no more. All that's gonna be gone. We're going back to modern stuff, regular stuff. Right? Beat your swords into plows. Y'all go back to farmers. Right? So that's why I talk about the bow here. So we can explain. This is during the millennium reign when people going back to that. The Bible said God requires the past. He wants you to bring it back to what it was before. He ain't with all this stuff today.
Wow.
Right? Go ahead.
To the isles afar off that have not heard my fame.
To them that have not heard God's fame. See, listen, they might have heard of Christ's fame. Not heard of God's fame. They got to hear of God's fame. You got to hear my fame. That's why I'm gonna gather you to come, and they're gonna send them so they can hear my fame. Yes, sir.
And they're calling Christ the Most High. So that's not his fame. That's a different fame.
Yeah.
Come.
So when did the Egyptians see the Most High fame or his glory? Didn't they see
No.
it? They didn't.
No. They saw his judgment.
Okay.
They saw his judgment.
Mm.
That's why it's gathering all nations to see his glory, because they have not seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's seen it though?
Hamashiach Yahushua.
We have.
Israel
Yeah.
We have.
at the mountain.
They haven't seen it yet.
Come.
They haven't seen it. Listen, they heard of what the Most High done did, but have not seen his glory. That's why it's saying, I want you to come see it.
Mm. Oh wow.
You need to come see this.
They're just faith in it right now.
Huh?
They just faith.
Now, they have no faith in it. They don't believe it. That's why they need to come see.
Mm.
You need to come see for yourself. Right? You can hear about something,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
It's one thing to hear about it and actually go see it, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Yeah. I heard it was good.
Yeah.
Did you see it though? No.
Yeah.
You need to go see it.
Yeah.
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 See for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Heard of my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles.
They're gonna declare my glory among the Gentiles, right? So they're gonna hear the glory. God said, you heard it? Now come see it.
Mm.
Now come see it. That's why when you read down later, it's gonna tell you. It says that all nations are gonna come before God to worship.
Come.
They often have to come.
Thou.
We're gonna read it later on. We're gonna read it right down in a minute. So you say, I'm setting it up for you. I'm showing you that proof that this is God. This is not Jesus Christ. This is God talking to you. This is God doing that. That's what we're gonna see. My glory, my glory, my glory. Not my son's glory.
Right.
My glory. Right?
All glory due to the Most High.
Definitely. All praise due to the Most High. Right?
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses.
Wait a minute. Is this Christ or the Most High here? This has to be the Most High. Right?
Come.
And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering that can be unto Christ.
Right.
Offering.
That won't make no sense at all.
Right.
No one brings offering to Christ. Book, chapter, verse.
Isn't he the high priest?
See again?
Isn't he the high priest?
Who the high priest?
Christ.
Christ is the high priest.
Don't we bring the offerings to the high priest?
We bring the offering to the high priest.
Before.
We bring the offering to the high priest, right? You agree?
Right.
The offering brought to the high priest, are those animals or human beings?
It's both.
They brought
because we
to the high. Wait a minute. I understand what you're saying. You're saying they brought human beings as offering to the high priest.
No. Let me say what I'm saying. I'm saying we bring offerings to the high priest first. We don't go straight to the Most High. So on a spiritual level, we offer up spiritual sacrifices even right now. That's going to, I believe it's going to Christ. Or do you believe it's going past Christ or going straight to the Most High?
Well, in this verse, this says they're bringing their brethren here. You agree?
I know. I get it. I'm just trying to make sure, before I get there, I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same wavelength. Like right now, when we offer up spiritual sacrifices, as in 1 Peter says, is that going to the Most High or is that going to Christ? The offerings we're giving right now.
Those are going to Christ.
Right. So even when this time is set up here, that's why I wanted to should let you finish. From my understanding, I guess the Levitical priesthood will be set back up, right?
It will be, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this first. I may just fall back. Has that already been set up right now, or is it going to be set up after this? Because maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
After this.
Okay, go ahead. Do your thing.
Right? Going to be clear again. Has to be they're bringing your brethren an offering, and it says to the Lord, out of all nations. That's what I'm trying to say. The Most High is here. They're bringing him to the Lord. That's why the verse 19, I was reading all the way down. This is all the Most High. See my glory, right? All the thing I was trying to establish that this is the Most High. It ain't switching all of a sudden to Jesus Christ. It's still the Most High. It's gonna get clearer. If it's not clear, it's gonna get clear. Because I don't see. There's nowhere in here that I've seen where this fits Jesus Christ. Nowhere at all. None of it. He have not done none of this. Nothing says he's gonna do any of this. It's gonna get clearer when we read down. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses, right? Showing that they went back. It went back to stuff again, right? Yes, sir, Tony.
When they say for bringing all your brethren, are they saying the ones that do the will of the Most High?
No. They're talking about the Israelites from out of the nations.
Okay,
They got to bring them to the Most High, but it's gonna explain and get clearer why it's doing this, right? You got to remember, because this is gonna come up a little bit later, an offering for the Most High. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna remind you when we get to it. You're probably going to forget.
The brethren is offered. The brethren offered from out of every nation to the Most High. They're
bringing all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord.
Every 12
out of all nations upon horses, right?
Come.
Go ahead.
And in chariots. And in litters.
And in what?
In litters.
We gotta look this word up.
Come.
Right? Let me look at this word for you. This word is very important that we look this word up, right? Isaiah chapter 66, that was verse what? 19?
20.
20, right? I'm clicking it right here. Read verse 20. Let me see, can I blow this up a little bit? Possible. All right. Here's the word right here. In litters. I want to be clear. I'm highlighting so you can see. I'm going to go click on what it means. Right? It's tasab. Click on tasab so we can see what his word is. Right? Tasab. Tasab is a carrying vehicle. Litter. A covered wagon. So showing you at some point, this verse is prophesying of something happening, right? Coming into our time, going into the millennium reign, right? It's a carrying vehicle.
Okay.
Some kind of things on wheel that's moving. This word is letting us know that this thing is coming. This is how they're bringing our brothers and sisters. It's some kind of vehicle, right? Some kind of litter.
Wow.
Some kind of covering wagon. Right? We know it ain't no lizard and no torso, no animal. It's some kind of carrying vehicle that they're carrying them in. A litter.
Like a bus or
yeah. That's old English stuff for some kind of carrying vehicle, right? We can be clear what it is. Let me click back on this. Let's go back to Isaiah. Go ahead.
And upon mules.
Upon mules.
And upon swift beasts.
And upon what?
Swift beasts.
Swift beasts. Now let's get swift beasts. You gotta get swift beasts. Right? Go back to Isaiah, where we was. We're gonna get right here. Swift beasts. What is swift beasts?
Horses.
Swift. Click on the word.
Beasts.
Swift beast is the Hebrew word karka'ah. Karka'ah, right? Karka'ah. It says dromedary, camel, beast. Right? Swift beast. A camel isn't a swift beast. We can agree that.
Right.
A dromedary is another word for a camel. The same thing.
Okay.
We know camels are not no swift beasts.
Right.
Wouldn't make no sense.
They don't go beast mode.
They don't go beast mode. Facts. We know it's not that. Dromedary. Right? It says a dromedary. It says from its rapid motion as if dancing, then it has the swift beast. Dromedary is what this is talking about. This is what it's giving you, right? Use one time as swift beast. Dromedary, right? Now I want to come here so we can see it. This word obviously cannot be a camel.
Come.
Wouldn't make no sense. Right?
So, I think I know where it's getting at.
Let me go into the Bible notes so we can pull this up, get a clear understanding of what this is.
Wild horse. I'm thinking wild donkey. Wild horse. Zebra.
All right, let me stop sharing the screen. I don't know why it's not coming up. Try it again.
Come on.
Satan working. I'm gonna pull this thing up. There we go. All right. We can pull this up and get it. Coming up right now. I don't know why it's going so slow. 66. And we need verse, what was that?
20.
Verse 20. All right.
Swift beast. Swiss beats.
Let me come back and share my screen now. Now that it's up, we get right to it.
When the beast started becoming be swift, a lion, huh? Be swift, I was told.
Most beasts are. Most beasts are doing about 40.
Swift beast, right here. Swift beast, right? Carriages. Says as required by the structure of Isaiah 60 and 20. In chariot of litter,
Okay.
upon mules, in carriages,
Mm-hmm.
then it says swift beast. Then we have the Hebrew word here, kariah, from kirar, to move in a circle. Hence may mean the English, any vehicle on wheels.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But it's here is to move in a circle. So it's something that is spinning rapidly or turning.
Okay.
So they're bringing our brothers in something that moves in a circle. Something moves in a circle.
Right.
Right?
Swift.
Swim something fast.
Like a train.
Now, what moves in a circle? We got,
A train.
It could be a train they're bringing them on. It could be in cars they're bringing them on. It also could be in a plane. The plane engine does that too as well.
Yeah.
Right? So if Isaiah was to envision that, he saw that, he would call a plane a swift beast because he doesn't know what that is.
Right.
To him, it looked like a flying animal, but with some things spinning. He'd be like,
Oh, well, yeah.
it's a swift beast
Wow.
they coming on. Or maybe he saw a train
Right.
or some kind of car. But this word is letting us know this is speaking of something. Isaiah wrote this in 700 BC. In our time, this is over 2,500 years ago.
Oh, like horsepower.
He's talking about something 1,200 years in the future. That's going to happen. But they're bringing them.
Horsepower.
Right? This is the swift beast he's talking about. Some kind of moving vehicle on wheels or plane or something like that. They clearly ain't talking about no animal. Not no dromedary. It ain't no dromedary.
Right.
It ain't no camel. None of that.
Like a fast Mustang.
God. So the verse is very eye-opening when you look at these Hebrew words in here, right? So I'm saying that to say that these things are taking place somewhere along our timeline. Right? Leading into the millennium reign, right? Leading to millennium reign, right? So once they bring our people on these swift beasts and on these swift beasts, these cars or planes or whatnot, then at that point, it could be right after that point they finish bringing us, that's when God decide get rid of all of that and y'all go back into the farming thing, right? Now we can get rid of all of that stuff because now you flew from all the lands, you drove because sometimes there's people in the land where you can drive them to Jerusalem, right, and bring them where the Lord is there, so on and so forth, right? But I'm establishing that while Christ is ruling here or he here on earth, come back,
the Lord is here.
God is here too.
Most High is here.
He's here too. right? And if Christ is the high priest,
Mhm.
who's the high priest to?
The Most High.
God.
God.
So God has to be here because he's the high priest to God, right?
That's all these.
Has to be
Interesting
that.
times.
He says he's the high priest. He's sitting on the throne, but he's sitting on the throne as a priest,
Right.
and he has to be serving a deity. So the deity has to be here that he's serving.
Right.
His father.
So God is here too as well, right?
Come.
Isaiah 6 on 20 again.
Come. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 20. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of every nation upon horses and in chariots and in litters and upon mules and upon swift beasts to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith the Lord.
Say of the Most High, go ahead.
As the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of the Lord.
Right, so these brothers that they're bringing are clean vessels. They're bringing them, transporting them to the Most High in Jerusalem, to the Most High God. Right? They're
Comes.
coming to the Most High God.
So
Tony.
I see you say holy mountain in Jerusalem, but what about Mount Sinai? Won't that still be considered the most high mountain too? I know. No, that's just
That's just Mount Sinai. That was there. That's just for that period of
for
time.
that period of time.
The Most High is going to be in Jerusalem. Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord.
So here, clearly in this verse right here, the ones that are brought from the remember, Christ is here and his body is in the order of Melchizedek, right, Earl?
Come.
Though they are priests and kings, right?
Come.
These other ones are later. These is after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when he brings them, he says, I will take of them for what? Priests and Levites. What does that mean? This is the fulfillment of Exodus 19:6. So you shall be unto me a nation of priests.
Good.
That means every Israelite man
Right.
are going to be priests.
All of them.
You have some in the priests in order of Melchizedek under Christ, and you have these regular priests and Levites here that God going to make priests that they bring to him, right, on these swift beasts and stuff. So at the end of it, every Israelite man is going to be a priest, which fulfills Exodus 19:6.
Wow.
A nation of priests.
Wow.
Nation.
See, right? These are not men that was in the body of Christ. This is after. I'm proving even afterwards, other men of Israel are going to be priests and Levites. That's what this verse is telling us.
Wow.
Unto God. Making the entire nation priests. As was intended, that he told Moses to tell them. That's why it says, you shall be unto me a kingdom of priests. It's being fulfilled in this verse. Yes, sir.
And is that the way the whole nation gets saved? Because last week we was talking about all
this
the
whole nation. That's why I said, for all Israel shall be saved. That's what Paul said.
I knew I wasn't hearing things.
But
yes, sir, Tony.
That was good.
It's not something missing in that, but I get the understanding certain people would get the expression no Israelites doing wrong would be going to the lake of fire or like they just think like kind of I'm eliminated from that.
No, Israel, like whatever. I mean, you got to believe in Christ. We never gonna never negate that. You can't get around that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So there's are ones for at least the believers and at least following the law or might be getting it wrong and trying to get it right.
Yeah.
Not just just because you was born in our nationality, you was the biggest mess up and you coming too. Not like that.
No. Remember, he gonna plead with Israel. He got to plead with us first. That's what's going. All of Israel's going.
But see,
he ain't gonna weed out the rebels. They said I'm gonna also. So those are Israelites that he gonna have
rebels though. That's what I'm meaning because like so, I'm getting the expression they not hearing the rebels. They just like, oh, we all in. Might have to purify, but we all in. And I'm not hearing that. Like, no, not all in.
No, we're not all in.
You know, the weed,
the rebels, the non-believers.
Non-believers.
Right. You have to believe. Because if you don't believe, you're violating the Torah. God said you have to believe what this man tell you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't believe him, you violate the Torah.
You have to believe my son.
You have to believe. You have to come here. You have to believe myself. The people that they even bringing, right, like a clean vessel.
Mm-hmm.
These people right here have to acknowledge Hamashiach Yahushua,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So how is God going to make them priests and Levites if they don't acknowledge Christ? You have to acknowledge Jesus Christ.
Right, right,
And they go, I mean, why would they not do that this time?
right. Because in that
It's more than obviously the Messiah at this point. There's no question that he obviously is the man. So you know what I'm saying?
And the fame of the Most High is here too.
So some of them will hold on to their old ways. Like if we didn't praise them back when, no need for it. Like probably some of the Pharisees or Sadducees that.
But if they don't, they're gonna die. It's simple as that.
But you think it'll be a few of them, or do it say that?
Yeah, it says rebels. They're gonna be rebels. There's always rebels.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's.
You know, there's always rebels.
Gone.
You know how that is. There's rebels in the wilderness. There's rebels when we was in Egypt. Came out in the land. There's always rebels. So we got to purge out the rebels. You know what I'm saying? But where was left, take them as priests and Levites unto the Lord. Right. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 22. For as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain.
Right. So we clearly hear. So these priests and Levites here, these regular people here, right? They don't have eternal life. This says that their seed going to remain in their name. Their seed meaning they will have children. I mean, so they having sex. They still having children. So they don't have eternal life.
Not eternal life.
Right. That's why Paul tells us that the women going to be saved in childbearing. He says. Right. Clearly, right here, the seed going to be remain. Right. So these priests in verse 21 are not in the order of Melchizedek who have eternal life.
Right.
There are other priests outside of that, but next to they're still priests who are going to assist, right, the other priests in order of Melchizedek, right? But there's 11 babies here in verse 22. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
Right. See that? All flesh is going to come to worship before the Most High God. And clarify, right? I mean, they're going to be a contingent of every nation that's got to come represent their nation before the Most High and worship, right? Every single person can't fit in Jerusalem.
Right.
It wouldn't make any sense.
Right.
But a contingent of the people that represent your particular nation, right? Or fraction, whatever you are, y'all finna come before the Most High to worship, right? And pay your homage.
Okay.
We represent Moab. We represent all of Moab. We pay our allegiance or whatever taxes or whatever they got to do and pay homage and whatever they got to do. They got to come do that.
So this is the Jew and the Gentile all together worshiping.
Definitely, yeah. But we are all
together.
priests, so when they bring the sacrifices, there's a lot of them. So we all gonna be. So they're gonna funnel it through the first level of priests. Then they got to funnel it to the next level of priest up to a Mashiach.
Wow.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Og. I'm glad you said that because that okay.
That's how it goes. Wow. Like the brother was saying, we bring the offering to the high priest, right? But the first the people bring it first to the low level priest,
right?
Then they raise it up to another priest to get up to the high priest.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's gonna go from the Gentiles to the Jews, basically. And then
go all the way up.
Yeah, okay.
That's why we are priests. That's why he making them priests and Levites.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
That's what they did. They take the offering from another nation and funnel it up.
Okay.
To offer it up to the Most, to get to the Most High to be accepted. Okay. Right? Because the God only accept the priest.
Right.
Ooh. So they got to get it and make sure everything is right with it.
Right.
Or they ain't gonna offer it.
Clean it, make sure it's right.
Definitely.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. It be offered for you.
So
you get a blessing. Right?
Yeah.
That's that mediator process.
Wow.
That was always there.
So the mediator is gonna have a mediator in that day.
Yeah. We become the mediators between God and the rest of the nation. Right? But our mediator between God and them is going to always be our Messiah, our King. Right? We're always going to go through him. So from one new moon to the next moon, from one Sabbath to the next Sabbath, the offering can represent themselves. All right, verse 24.
Verse 24. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me.
See, so we have men that had transgressed against God,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Come.
So those are the dead people.
Come.
They're going to go forth and look upon the carcasses, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dead bodies of the men that have transgressed against me. Go ahead.
For their worms shall not die.
They worms are not going to die. I'm going to get into that. we got to get into that, the understanding of why he's saying this stuff right here. Go ahead.
Neither shall their fire be quenched.
We got to get into that too as well, right? Because it's a whole complete phrase right there. We got to get that cleared up. Go ahead.
And they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
And they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
Mm.
So we can get that crystal clear. All right. We're going to come to the book of Mark. Mark chapter 9, verse 43. Let's clear up this. For a worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched. Right?
Sounds brutal.
And you get the book of Mark. Right?
That do something. Some home one. Like, wait a minute.
Right.
Thank you for my worms.
No parts of that.
Mark chapter 9. Let's start at verse 43. To be clear.
Mm.
I'm glad today he's just getting a timeline. That's what you know the story, but the timeline's counted.
You have to have timeline. That's why people get prophecies wrong and they mix stuff up and they put things on people who they don't belong on because they don't understand the timeline.
Mm.
Who got Mark chapter 9, verse 43?
Mark chapter 9, reading at 43.
Yes.
And if they hand offer thee,
thy hand.
And if thy hand offer thee, offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life maimed than having two hands to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched.
The fire that never shall be quenched, right? That's the phrase that we read there in Isaiah 66:24, where the fire is not quenched, right? You got that phrase. Christ is bringing it up here, right? So in other words, what Christ is saying here, if there's something that's causing you to offend consistently, he said you need to cut that off. Get rid of it. Not literally your hand. Right? But whatever it is that's causing you to offend, to violate Torah, right? Or to go off. You need to get rid of that.
Right.
It's better for you to get rid of that, right? To be maimed of that than to have that with you and then to go into the lake of fire. Right? That it will make no sense at all whatsoever. Right? Go ahead.
Reading number 44. Where their worms dieth not, and the fire is not quenched.
And the fire is not quenched, right? This is the exact phrase we read in Isaiah 66:24. The Lord is here talking about it again, right? But you reading and you're like, yeah, he's repeating it, but what does it mean? He's repeating it, but what does it mean? Right? We need to read it a couple of more times before I get to it. Go ahead.
We're reading at verse 44.
45.
45. And if thy foot offer thee, offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life than having 2 feet to be cast into hell, and to the fire that never shall be quenched.
Go ahead.
Verse 46. Where their worms die not, and the fire is not quenched.
There we go again. Where the worms dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. Right? Before I deal with the worm dieth not and the fire quencheth, right? I got to first deal with what this thing says here. Enter into life. I want to show you what it says in the Hebrew mark. Gonna come to the Hebrew mark.
which verse was that? Enter into the light.
Verse 45.
45. Come. All right.
Verse 45.
Come to thou.
I want to come to the Hebrew mark.
Come into the light. Come.
We in the Hebrew mark. This is the Hebrew mark. Right? Hi, it says right here. And if your hands offend, says cut it off. Right? For it's appropriate for you to enter. Look what it says right here. It says the Garden of Eden.
The garden. Wow. Wow.
Heaven is the garden.
Wow.
It says, it calls it here the Garden of Eden in the Hebrew mark. They give you a picture of a pearly gates and all that's true. But this garden has pearly gates, but it's still a garden.
Right.
When God was making the earth and planting a garden eastward, what is he doing? He's putting heaven on earth.
Wow.
That's what he was doing.
Wow.
That's why when we're in the wilderness, Moses is told, it says, make the tabernacle like as you see it in the heavens.
Wow.
Duplicate it.
Wow.
Duplicate what you see up there, down there. What we were rolling with was what is up there. What Adam is in was what was up there. It's heaven on earth. It's a garden that he placed down here. That's why he's going to come here. Because if he's up there in that, then he's going to be down here in the same thing. It's a garden. To enter into the Garden of Eden. That's what we told in the Hebrew Matthew. This was what was there before the Greek. You have something to say, Tony?
Do you think a part of hell eat on earth too then? If part of heaven eat on earth?
Part of what?
Hell, like connected to earth? If it got a part of heaven on earth, a part of hell might connect to earth?
I'm not following.
Like, because it got like heaven on earth or New Jerusalem, like
Yeah.
parts of heaven will come. You don't think parts of hell will connect to earth?
Well, hell is the underworld, underneath the earth. Right? But that was originally made for Satan and his angels, it says. Christ says it wasn't originally made for us. Right? Because of disobedience, as the scriptures say, sin into the world because of one man, which is Adam.
So like the same way people was coming to Solomon around his time with gifts and showering. That's how it'll be like for us around that time.
Definitely.
They'll come to us with gifts and
You
showering.
gotta come bring all that stuff, right?
Come, bring it all back.
If you want to get blessed, then what you would do, you would give what or free will offering.
Come.
But who you bring that to? The priest.
Come.
Right? So the non-Israelites or even Israelites that want to get blessed, do what they give the free will offering and stuff like that, bring it to the priest, and we offer it to the Most High. And that's how they get blessings. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to show I just want to show you what the Hebrew marks is. Again, I'm going to go through this entire Hebrew mark and pull out of here everything else that's in here. Y'all stay tuned for whatever's going to come up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
This is very eye-opening. Because it goes along what I was bringing out a few weeks ago about it's a garden in heaven where Christ and that man cross went. Paradise was a Persian word for a garden. And this confirmed the same thing too as well. So that Greek word, that Persian word, confirmed what this Hebrew mark is saying.
Wow.
It went to a garden in paradise.
Wow.
Right? Let's go back to Mark where we was. That's why it's important to get the Hebrew. It brings out much more that lines up with the rest of the Old Testament.
Wow.
And it becomes a straight line and it all makes sense. Right?
Come.
There ain't no nothing new.
Come.
It all fits. We left off in Mark chapter 9.
Verse 46.
Verse 46.
Come.
Give me verse 47.
Mark chapter 9, reading at 47. And if thy eyes offer thee, offend thee, pluck it out. It is better for thee to enter into the kingdom of God with one eye than having two eyes to be cast into hell fire.
Well, it's into hell fire. Go ahead.
Verse 48, where their worms dieth not, and the fire is not quenched.
Where their worms dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. Wait, what is that talking about? We got to get the history and what is this talking about, right? We need the history. And we got to start at Isaiah 30. We need to get Isaiah the 30th chapter,
Come.
right?
That's it.
And we need to get at verse 33.
It was like, who do y'all say I am?
Mhm.
Like the son of David.
Isaiah chapter 30, starting at verse 33.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get there in my Bible. My Bible. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah chapter 30, starting at verse 33.
Yes.
For Tophet is ordained of old.
Tophet is ordained of when?
Old.
Old. This is old stuff, right? We're going to get what Tophet is. It's ordained of old. Go ahead.
Yea, for the king it is prepared.
For the king, it is prepared, right? People say that the king here is talking about Molech. I think he's talking about God.
Mhm.
God is preparing this, right?
Come.
Go ahead.
He hath made it deep and large.
It's deep and it's large. Go ahead.
The pile thereof is fire and much wood.
So that it's piled up with a whole bunch of fire and it's much wood. Keep it going, right?
Mhm.
Go ahead.
The breath of the Lord.
The what?
The breath of the Lord.
Go ahead.
Like a stream of brimstone doth kindle it.
Kindle it. So God,
He's making it hot.
during the big fire, lit it up.
The big fire.
Flame.
Big fire.
Most High lit it up, right? Blows on it like streams of brimstone. Boom. Brimstone is clearly familiar with the lake of fire, right? This was what he was rained out on Sodom and Gomorrah, right? So this big, large valley here, right? It's deep and it's large. It's just burning with fire. The Lord prepared it and built it up. Boom. Right?
Much wood.
Much wood. Keep it going. Right?
Wow.
Now we got to get the other half of this. Can we get Jeremiah chapter 7? Jeremiah chapter 7.
Okay, I see how I'm starting to see how he worked this whole thing out now. This is good, man. This is giving a good understanding of what's going on.
Like blowing on a
Starting at verse 30.
What, call it one more time?
blowing on a barbecue grill
Blow it on and get it hot.
with wood inside.
Get ready to put something on there. Or put something in there.
And that barbecue
Put something on there, put something in there. Yes, sir.
Call it one more time.
That's why they say,
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 30.
that's why they say hell's pit, like barbecue pit.
Definitely.
The pit part, like deep,
Deep,
fire, wide,
wide.
long.
Tell them how to make the pit.
Oh my goodness.
And that's why we mainly barbecue. If you notice, that's watermelon and barbecue every Sunday. Summer.
We got that in Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 30.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 30.
Yes.
For the children of Judah have done evil in my sight, saith the Lord. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name to pollute it.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 31. And they have built the high place of Tophet.
Tophet. We just read about Tophet just now, right?
Mhm.
Big, large valley. So they've built the high places of this valley of Tophet. Go ahead.
Which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom.
Now we have a location, right? It's in the valley of the son of Hinnom. The valley and the son of Hinnom, right? At this time, right? This is right across or next to Jerusalem, right? What you would do in this valley of Hinnom is you would go and cast of the refuse thing and you burn it in this fire, right? The valley of Hinnom. You burn everything in there. It's a big valley just burning with fire, right? You throw all your refuse, human waste, whatever it is, you throw it and you burn it, right? That's what we do, right? Here in this country, when we use the bathroom, it goes into the reservoir and they burn it in these things, right? Or they take trash. When they do the trash, they go and they bury it somewhere.
Right.
You know, you should just burn everything. You shouldn't bury none of it. Put nothing in no landfill, nothing like that. No, burn everything.
Right.
That's what we did. We burned it. We was burning the valley of
Mm.
Hinnom,
Hinnom.
right? Tophet. We read what Tophet was a big, large valley burning with fire. Most I blew on it and went, whoo, big
Yes,
fire.
Yes.
So here it's called the valley of Hinnom. Go ahead.
To burn their sons and their daughters in the fire.
So what Israel was doing was burning their children in this thing, in this fire, casting them up in there, throw them in there, right?
Mm.
Sacrificing their children in the fire, right?
Come.
Saying they're offering up to a god, casting them up in there, right?
Come.
Go ahead.
Which I commanded them not.
God didn't command them to put their children in this fire. Go ahead.
Neither came it into my heart.
It didn't even come into my mind for them to do that. But them worshiping another god was casting their children into this big flaming fire, which they refuse. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 32. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I shall no more be called Tophet, nor the valley of the son of Hinnom.
It ain't gonna be called that no more. Right? Or the valley of Hinnom. Go ahead.
But the valley of slaughter.
Or the valley of what?
Slaughter.
But it's gonna be called the valley of slaughter. Go ahead.
For they shall burn in Tophet.
They shall bury.
Oh, but they shall bury in Tophet till there be no place.
And they shall bury in Tophet. There shall be no place. Right? That's why we read earlier. God said He got to deal with all flesh. Right?
Come.
But they're going to the place Tophet, this burning place with fire.
Come.
They're gonna bury him. Bury him means that they're gonna be burying what? In fire.
Come.
You're gonna be burying them in fire.
Wow.
Right?
Come.
You're gonna bury them in fire till there's no place. Right?
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 33. And the carcass of this people shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth, and none shall fray them away.
Right, chase them away, right?
Come.
So they're going back to the time of Jeremiah because they won't listen to them when he brings against them the Babylonians, their flesh carcass is going to be for meat, for the heavens and the fowls for the air, right?
Come.
That's them. But in 32, the valley of Tophet is going to no longer call that, but the valley of slaughter, where they're going to be burying people there, where there's going to be none of them left, right?
Come.
And the reason why he's doing this, let me get verse 34.
Come. Verse 34. Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. For the land shall be desolate.
So they can leave the land desolate, right? But this valley of Hinnom and stuff with the big fire, this stuff is still there burning. That's where you go do your refuse, right? So once we back in the land and everything else, this valley is still going to be used to throw off the waste, right? And then people like that go against the Lord, they're going to be cast into this fire. They're going to be cast in this fire. That's why Isaiah.66.1 is saying, right? They shall go look at the carcasses of the men that had transgressed against me. It says, where they worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. The fire does not quench, it's the fire they cast in. The fire can't be quenched is because it needs to keep going because you keep burning refuse. If the fire is quenched, you can no longer use it to burn the refuse.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So the fire has to keep going.
Wow.
So when Christ is saying the fire is not quenched, he's talking about a fire that needs to keep going to burn the refuse.
Wow.
Right? So these people are going to be on fire. And it's because they went against the Most High God, it seems God is having their body just sitting there on flames. And the flame is not consuming their body. The fire is just on flame. Just like when Moses came to the burning bush, the bush is on fire, but it didn't consume the bush.
Right.
It just was burning.
Wow.
Right? It did not burn the bush. So because they went against God, God just means I'm just having your body on fire right there so people can go look and see. These men right here are men that transgress against me. You know it's against me because I have their bodies on fire and the fire have not consumed their bodies, nor the worms.
Wow.
You can see the worms and the fire still going on top of them.
Wow.
Go take a look. You go against me, that's you.
Wow.
That's what you're gonna get. Only God can do something like that. That's why he's saying, that's Christ is quoting it here in Mark chapter 9. Where the worms dieth not, and the fire is not quenched.
Wow.
That's where he gonna cast you. Right there. In that valley of Hinnom. Yes, sir.
What was the flame that Moses had when he was in the temple and that didn't go out?
That's from heaven.
That was a flame from heaven.
That came from heaven.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't know where that flame is. God probably took that with him. Right?
God.
But let's go back to Mark chapter 9, verse 49. Mark chapter 9, now we have verse 49, right? So we explain where the worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. It's speaking of the valley of Hinnom, right? Where it's going to be cast in. Mark chapter 9, verse 49.
Mark chapter 9, reading that verse 49. For everyone shall be assaulted with fire.
Everyone shall be salted with what?
Fire.
Everyone's going to be salted with fire. Right? You got to be salted with fire. That's the test. Right? All of, go ahead.
Salted with fire, and every sacrifice shall be salted with salt.
So all God's sacrifices, as he says, has to have salt. You got to have salt with the animal sacrifices that you present to the Lord. You have to have salt with it, right? Today, salt is not that important. In ancient time, salt was very important to the point where people got paid in salt. When you work, it was so valuable, they pay you in salt. Why is salt so valuable? Salt was something that preserved the meat. Today we have a refrigerator that cold it and preserve the meat. Back then, to preserve the meat, you would have to put salt on it. You have to salt it all the way up and not keep it from rotting faster. That's how important salt was, right?
Wow.
So salt is something that preserves something or keeps something intact or can keep something permanent, right? Can we get it in Leviticus chapter 3? We get Leviticus chapter 3. I think it's verse 12. Leviticus chapter 3. Hold on, let me get the right verse.
Okay, he said, I ain't gonna let you get ate up by the eagles and crows this time. I'm gonna keep your body on foot. Your maggots on fire.
Yeah, I mean, God can, brother. That's why Paul tells us, know the terror of the Lord. We persuade men.
Come. Yeah,
But God did that so people can see. Listen, man, you don't want to cross me. You don't want to do that.
Come.
Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13. Excuse me.
Huh.
Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13. Sometimes people need a visual, man. You know.
Yeah.
You don't get it? All right.
I'll show it to you.
Show it to you. Show it to you. You can get it then. Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13.
Leviticus chapter 2, verse 13. In every oblation of thy meat offering shalt thou season with salt.
Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. With all thine offerings thou shalt offer salt.
Right? So that's something for us as priests to understand. When we offering any animal, we gotta have salt. Right? But the verse says right up here, the salt of the covenant of thy God. Right? That means the covenant is a covenant of salt, meaning it's permanent, it's preserved. The salt of the covenant, meaning it's a permanent covenant.
That's good.
This is what it is saying.
Because salt is a preservative.
It's a preserver. So the covenant is something that is preserved, it's permanent.
Wow.
Right? And I mean, that means if the covenant is permanent, that means our priesthood under this covenant is also permanent as well.
Wow.
That's how important salt is. So everyone, but Christ says in Mark 9, you're going to be salted with what? Fire. You got to be tested, right?
Come.
Something to test you, something to salt you up,
Come.
right?
Ooh.
Salt is something that gives something that's flavor, right?
Season.
And
Come.
value.
Wow.
That's why I point to the difference between what we're doing and the Gentiles doing. The only reason why we're still here is because of this covenant of the salt. It's the covenant that's making the difference.
Mm. Mm.
You remove the covenant and we are done. That's why we're still here, because it's a permanent covenant of salt that was made. And that's why when people teach about God, I've done away with Israel, impossible. Not with a covenant of salt. Can't go nowhere. You want to say something, Tony?
No, we the salt of the earth. Wow, it'll come back to me.
When it comes back, go ahead and ask.
That was good.
Yeah, bring it up.
Good.
So we got to have that covenant of salt, right? Very, very important. So I think I've covered Isaiah 66 chapter and proved that it's not talking about Jesus Christ. I've hit all the main verses there so we can understand that is the Most High doing that, and the Most High is here while Christ is here. People think when Christ is here ruling, God is in the third heaven and he's not here. Incorrect. Incorrect. It's not what it's saying. If I'm wrong again, I'll go with the correction. You can correct me. I need you to reconcile all these verses that I just went through and show it to me where Christ fulfilled any of it. Any of it I need to see. Because I've not seen it nowhere. It's not done.
Wow.
With that, we're moving on to our next phase.
Come on.
Phase 2.
Come on. Come on.
Phase 2, we're going to our Hebrew Luke.
Come on.
Prepare yourself.
Hey, before you go on to phase 2, I just want to, we ain't got to go into it. We ain't got to break it down. I just want to make sure I'm clear. In Revelation 20, verse 9, right? Because you're saying Christ already on, Most High and Christ on earth. Revelation 20, verse 9, when the fire come down in the heaven, who's up there in the heavens bringing that fire down?
Let me get that real quick so I can see it.
Just so I'm clear. On that.
Definitely, no problem. Can we get that for the brother? Revelation chapter 20 verse 19. You said 20 verse 19? What you say?
9.
9 verse 19.
Sorry. Verse 9. 9.
20 verse 9, I think he's saying.
Oh,
yes.
20 verse 9.
20 chapter 9?
Yes. No, chapter 20 verse 9. What do you want?
Come.
Yeah.
I'll take this one.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 20, reading at verse 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth.
The breadth means flat. Flat earth. That's what that's telling you right there. The breadth of the earth is the flat earth. Go ahead.
And compassed the camp of the saints about.
Those are Israelites. Go ahead.
And the beloved city.
That's Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Jerusalem. And fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them.
Okay, the question is where the fire came from. Is that the question?
Yeah. Who is the God? If the Christ of the Most High is on the earth, who is the God that's sending this fire down?
It's the Most High.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Yeah, again, that's why I stress the point that the Most High is omnipresent. He can be on earth. He can send fire from heaven too. Only he can do these things. You want to be clear. That's why he says, we read it in Deuteronomy. He said, even I, and he says, there's no God next to me. I kill. I make alive. I do all these things. He says, I do all these things. Not that I send someone to do it. We gotta get out of this that God is just sitting there giving orders all day. No. That's why the text says, God himself shall give you a sign. God himself gonna give you a sign.
That's virgin birth.
God is constantly working, bro. He never. When has God ever stopped working?
Right.
Has he stopped working?
No.
He made a Shabbat for a day, but he right back at it again.
And that's just to show you.
To show you
Don't kill yourself.
You need to stop. I stopped to show you. You need to stop, not me.
We gotta be thankful for that. Thank you.
Very much
Thank
so.
you, God.
All right, we answered the brother's question with the Most High. Now we get into our Hebrew Luke, right? In our Hebrew Luke, here's what it said, right? Verse 26. It says within 6 months, God sent the messenger Gabriel, which is Gabriel, to a city of Galilee, which is Galilee, right? Of which the name is Nazareth, which is Nazareth. To a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph. He was of the house of David. As for the virgin, her name was Miriam or Mary. So when the messenger came in towards the virgin, he said to her, "May Yahweh or Yahweh save you, full of favor. Yahweh be with you. Blessed are you among the rest of women." Right? Then that virgin, when she heard the words of the messenger, was terrified and thought, "What shalom? How could it be?" Right? We're going to get this phrase a few times in this thing, right? This is what the Spirit had me to bring out about a month ago, and I said, I'm going to give you some shalom, right? What shalom is this, right? Here's the next verse that we got to get into, right?
That's good. That's good.
Verse 30. But the messenger said unto her, "Do not fear, Miriam, for you have found favor in the eyes of Yahweh," or Yahweh, it says there. "You must know that you will conceive in your womb, and you will bear a son, whose name you must call Yeshua or Yahushua. He will be great, and he will be called the Son of Elyon." Right? That's the Elyon is the highest, right? "And our Adon," which is Lord, Adon is Lord, "and our Adon," right? Yahweh or Yahweh will give unto him, listen, the throne of who? Yahweh, his father. We have it in the Greek, it says, "Give unto him the throne of his father David." I always thought that was wrong. I said, that's not making any sense. This makes more sense right here.
Wow.
He's given unto him the throne of Yahweh, what? His father.
Wow.
The throne, as I always been teaching, belongs to God. How is he giving Christ the throne of David? The throne never belonged. I'm wrong? You saying I'm wrong?
Well, we know that's not David's throne.
We know it ain't David's throne. This what make this Hebrew Luke accurate. Right? I'm gonna show you too in the Old Testament that this corresponds to what the Old Testament been saying, and what we have in Greek was wrong.
Wow.
Incorrect.
Genesis.
Can we get the book of Psalms? Let's go Psalms first. Psalms chapter 2. Verse 6 and 7, we need to get. We got Psalm chapter 2, verse 6 and 7.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 2, starting at verse 6.
Yes.
Yet have I sent my king upon my holy hill.
This is God speaking. God has sent my king, which is Christ, upon my holy hill, right? Of Zion. So God is the one that's sending him. That's what the throne is. The throne is on Zion. Right? God says, "I'll set my king on the throne." God put him on the throne. My holy hill. It's my throne.
Wow.
Right?
So Mount Zion is still King David land.
Yeah, King David land that belongs to God.
belongs to God.
That's what he was asking earlier when he said the Most High's mountain is still in Zion.
Oh yeah. Come. I didn't understand.
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. I will declare the decree the Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Right? So when you read in the Hebrew John,
Mm-hmm.
the Hebrew John specifically says, in the beginning, it says both the son.
Mm-hmm. Come.
It don't say both the word, that's Greek.
Wow.
This right here. Though I'm gonna show you the verses
Whoa.
in the Old Testament, he's constantly called the son. Isaiah 9 does the same thing. It says, Isaiah 9 says, to us a child is given, to us a son is born.
Wow.
He's constantly being called the son, the son, the son. That's why St. John tells us in the beginning of the, let me show it to you first.
Word, and the word was with God. The word was God. Okay.
Don't say the word except the son.
Son, come. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. But we know the word too is Elisha and Kotash, and that's the son too.
You can see.
Come.
There's it right here.
Do we still agree that he is the word though? The Messiah?
Say again, what?
No. Do we still agree that he's the word? Or are you saying no?
No, I'm saying that accurately, John wrote the son. When they translated it into Greek, they went and replaced the word son with the word logos, the word. But originally, what John wrote was the son. It says in the beginning of the son, and the son was what Eloha. Eloha is the singular form of God. Elohim is plural. Eloha is singular, showing you just one God.
Right.
And the son was with just one God.
Right.
And the son again of El was both with El, God.
Right.
And the son again of El was a singular, a God. A singular again.
Wow.
That's what I said.
No, well, I get that, and I love that. But what I'm saying is, would you still consider Christ the Word of God?
I would.
Yeah, the last one.
Right.
I consider him the word, but I'm saying more accurately to go with what we read in the Old Testament.
Right, the son.
We should go with the son.
Son, come.
Because this is what the Israelites are looking for. Israel looking for no word. If you go back and tell them, well, he's the word, they're gonna be like, what?
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's what a lot of them done in the Old Testament.
Okay.
The son does though. When you say that, they say, oh, you're talking about the Messiah.
Oh wow, come.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you go to this word in Greek stuff, you throw off what people are looking for in the Old Testament for him to be.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
What do they say in the Revelation scripture where it says his name is the Word? Do they say his name is the Son, or do they still say Word there?
I gotta look in the Revelation. I gotta look back at it again. I gotta look what it says in the Hebrew Revelation.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have it here, so I can check right now. I can check to see. Tony.
Oh, the other here, son, then ambassador.
Yeah, see, because this right here kills that Trinity doctrine.
Right.
Yeah.
When you see Sunday, it kills the Trinity doctrine stuff.
Right. And he gives a virgin birth. You know it's a virgin birth.
Right.
And we're talking about father and son now.
Yeah. Clearly. Right? So we can understand. So what we have here again here in the Hebrew Luke, he's sitting on the throne of his father. Right? Now let's show it. Can we get First Chronicles? This is very important. But now I'm about to go down the rabbit hole now. now we're about to get a little bit deep. We have to get a little bit deep on this thing here so we can bring it out. First Chronicles 29 and 23. First Chronicles chapter 29, verse 23. Right? Who got that?
So you said First Chronicles chapter 29?
Verse 23.
Reading that verse 23.
Yes, sir.
Check this. First Chronicles chapter 29, reading at verse 23. Then Solomon sat on the throne of the Lord as king instead of David, his father, and prospered, and all Israel obeyed him.
Right? So we clearly here we see who throne Solomon sat on.
Mm-hmm.
God's throne.
Mhm.
Right, and that's why we're in Chronicles. Now, if you have to read this, if you have to read this verse in Kings,
Mhm.
it's going to say David, right?
Come.
That's why Chronicles it give you the spiritual aspect of what it really is,
Okay.
and Kings are giving you the carnal aspect of the events. When you read Kings, all the events there is just from a carnal perspective,
Okay.
but Chronicles give you from a spiritual perspective, a
carnal,
higher
okay.
perspective
Oh,
of what
wow.
it really is. That's
Oh,
why
wow.
it says
Oh,
the
wow.
Lord.
That's even good right
That's why we're in
there.
Chronicles, right?
Come.
We need one more in Jeremiah.
Come.
Jeremiah 3, verse 17.
Okay. Call it one more time.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 17.
I'm there. Jeremiah chapter 3, starting at verse 17.
Yes, sir.
At that time,
At one time.
at that time,
At that time, go ahead.
they shall call Jerusalem
Uh-huh.
the throne of the Lord.
The throne of wait, what time is that?
Wow.
What time is that? Because we know the millennium reign is Christ sitting on the throne. So there's a time when it's going to be called the throne of the Lord and no longer the throne of Christ.
Wow.
At that time, Jerusalem shall be called the throne of Yahweh, the Most High God. Right?
Come.
Go ahead.
And all the nations shall be gathered unto it.
And all this shall be gathered unto it. As I was reading earlier, they are going to come and worship before the Lord. Right?
Come.
So we clear again, this backs up what I'm saying, that they coming to the Most High God to come worship and give homage to him, not to the Messiah. Right? It's called the throne of the Most High, Yahweh. Go ahead.
To the name of the Lord, to Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
Neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil hearts.
He no more to walk up to the imagination of the evil heart. Right? That's finished the end.
Wow.
You know, stop doing. If it doesn't end, then you gonna end.
Wow. Come.
As simple as that. Again, you read everything and understand there's always going to be rebels. People are going to just buck up.
Come.
Right?
Come.
Don't want to listen. Right? So I want to back up a little bit here.
Yeah,
back.
That's good. All right. Good. Yep.
So we can get it, right? And want to jump back up right here in Jeremiah chapter 3.
Come.
I want to start at verse 14.
Come.
Verse 14.
Come. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14.
Yeah.
Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord.
Yeah.
For I am married unto you.
He married unto us, right? To that covenant of salt, that marriage contract, that permanent marriage contract. Go ahead.
And I will take you one of a city, and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
And I will bring you to Zion, right?
Come.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
You're going to be taught now now what you're going to get is a higher level of education, right? As I've been talking about in Job, where the angels are coming there and they're getting a higher level of understanding, right?
Yeah.
You're about to get a little bit right now, right?
Wow.
You ready?
Verse 16.
Verse 16.
And it shall come to pass.
And it's going to come to pass. Go ahead.
When ye be multiplied and increase in the land.
So when we multiply, we back in the land, we increase and having children, growing, right? Go ahead.
In those days, saith the Lord, they shall say no more.
They shall say no more what?
The ark of the covenant of the Lord.
The ark of the covenant of the Lord, right? Go ahead.
Neither shall it come to mind.
That ain't going to come to mind no more, right? Because the ark of the covenant was something that was always came to mind. Because when the ark was with us, then it looked like God was with us. That he sat on the ark. God said, that ain't gonna come to mind no more.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Neither shall they remember it.
They ain't even gonna remember that. That's gonna be gone out your mind. No more ark. Ark what? Ark when? Ark how? Right?
Wow.
The ark was used when we went and we sprinkled the blood on there for the atonement of the nation.
Wow.
That's no longer needed. Why?
Wow.
Christ atoned for the nation.
Wow.
Once
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Once permanently.
Wow.
He ain't gonna come die again for his blood to go on the ark again. So there's no need for that no more.
Wow.
Why? Because who is here? God's here.
Come.
The Messiah is here.
Come.
Don't need the ark.
Come.
They here.
Wow. The high priest.
He ain't dying no more for the nation because look, like I said, that's why we all priests now.
Come.
We all priests operating in the laws, statutes, and commandments
Of the Most High.
of the Most High, having the Spirit. So there's no need for you to do that anymore. We can now move that out the way.
Come.
You ain't even gonna remember what the text says,
Come. Wow.
right?
Come.
You don't want you to be say no more the Ark of the Covenant. They ain't gonna say that no more. It ain't even gonna come to your mind. You ain't even gonna remember it. Go ahead.
Neither shall they visit it.
Neither shall they even visit that. They ain't even gonna go to that. Go ahead.
Neither shall that be done anymore.
That ain't finna be done no more. No more sprinkling blood on that. No more.
Wow.
No more atonement needs to be made for the nation of Israel. Done. Finished.
Wow.
None of that no more. We ain't visiting that. We ain't doing that no more. Hamashiach Yahweh, he hasn't. Can we get it real quick?
Wow.
We get in the book in Hebrews chapter 10.
Man, that was good. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Brother, that was wow.
All praises to the
Oh, wow.
Hebrews chapter. Because God is here. Listen, I'm gonna tell you an aspect. Do you know how important it is? You look and you say to yourself, what's the big advantage the Levites have them serving before God all this time?
They're his portion.
The scriptures say, in God's presence is full joy. You think you're happy? You won't know what happiness is until you get in front of God.
Ooh. Wow. Wow. So
True happiness is in his you can understand what it is to be serving this
wow.
you don't know what happiness is.
So the Levites is in front of the Most High.
The Levites, they are hiding our records, bro.
Wow.
They're hiding our records, bro.
Wow.
It's an honor and a pleasure
Wow.
to serve God. You have a certain happiness that we have lost.
Come.
We have lost.
Wow.
You looking at serving God as work. No, you serving God as enjoyment, happiness on another level you have not even experienced yet.
Now I can kind of see all it, even from Hamashiach Yahushai's mother and all of them having to go to the temple and all of the temple services, and I can see it all now a lot better, man. Wow.
You want to be a priest. You want to serve.
Wow.
This is where you at your peak of your happiness and enjoyment. These guys are some chrono nonsense about chasing women and money and clothes. A bunch of ridiculous foolishness, bro.
Ain't no women.
A bunch of nonsense, bro.
Sex, I don't want to be there.
Yeah, no women gonna be there. I don't want to be there.
In fact, I mean that was actually that is I think it's Deuteronomy 28:47. It'll tell you that's one of the main reasons we got put into captivity because we did not serve him with joy.
With happiness of heart. Come.
Wow.
They start looking at it like it's work.
Never do that. Wow. Never thought of that.
That's crazy. Just bring up, man.
That's a chrono mentality. It's a chrono mentality. Yes, sir.
And then I can see the Most High even hardening us against him because we ain't getting it right. Like, then you stay over there for a minute. Let me let you feel what the separation is really like.
Yeah.
Wow.
But as brother is saying, we didn't serve him with joy.
Wow.
Right? We looking at it as something hard for us to do.
Idiots.
When it ain't nothing hard for you to do at all.
Wow.
It's easy. Yes, sir.
So what do you think, Luke? Say he was off there. He didn't enjoy he was feeling himself or some
Who?
pride. Saying. found with self pride or something,
Yeah, definitely.
feeling himself or
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now you say he wants to be like God. He wants to get what God is getting.
Mhm.
You can't never.
so. Did he serve the Lord too though? Still,
Who?
before,
Yes, of course,
before,
definitely. Yeah.
still kneel down to every knee shall bow.
Even now, to some point, he's still serving the Most High God.
Come. Yeah.
He's still serving the Most High God.
Come.
Because
Right?
he give him permission to don't kill him, or he tell
Yeah.
him this.
He has his parameters, right? People are teaching how he's serving. He works for God. No, he doesn't work for God. He doesn't work for God. When you mess up, he unleashes him on you. But when he unleashes him on you, there's certain things telling you, well, don't do this, don't do that to him, right? But if you don't give him any parameters, you fair game.
Oh my goodness.
What's that called? A fast beast.
Yeah. You fair game, but God don't give him no parameters. You know, he can do whatever. He can kill you, whatever he want to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
Roaring lion. Wow.
We got Hebrews chapter 10, verse 9.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 10, reading at verse 9.
Yes.
Then said he, Lo, I come to do thy will, O God.
So that's Christ saying he come to do God's will. Go ahead.
He taketh away the first.
He taketh away the first. What's the first? The commandments written on stones.
Okay.
That's the first, right?
Come.
Written on stones.
Right.
Take that away, right? Go ahead.
That he may establish the second.
The second is written on you.
In your heart.
On your heart. He established in the commandments removed from off the stone to you. That's the second. But it's the same contract, just removed from stone to you, right? And to establish the second, right? Go ahead.
10. By the which will we are sacrificed, sanctified through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all.
Once for all is not in the text. Offering the body of Christ
for one.
Once.
Wow.
One time. He's not doing it again. Once. For all is not in the text.
Wow.
Like,
wow, that for all.
Once.
That for all is heavy because that's what's be throwing people off too.
Yeah, once for all make it for everybody. No, it isn't. Once, fact check me, for all is not in the text. That's in italics. That's added. It's just once. It stops right there. That means Christ ain't dying again. So once he died, his blood hit the Ark of the Covenant. That's done. Ark of the Covenant can be now moved out the way as I read it in Jeremiah. That ain't gonna come to mind no more.
It's done.
No more atonement for the nation need to be made any more. Christ did it. That's it.
If you look how that is, it looked like that was added on for all. Everything looked on point besides the for all. It looked like that was added. And they tilted kind of crooked. If you letters is thinner, darker. It looked like they really added that for all.
Yeah, you can look at the Bible. They'll tell you that's what that. That's not
way off.
That's not in the manuscript. Not at all.
And we know that looked all different from anything
else. We have
for
that.
all part.
We have this. Can we get in Romans 5:11? Romans chapter 5, verse 11. I want to get right back to this. We got to get back to this Hebrew Luke. Luke. Yeah, this. Woo! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Watch out now.
I think the next one probably gonna do it. The next one gonna do it. Romans chapter 5, verse 11 is what I want. Right? So we confirm more and more why the Ark of the Covenant moved out of the way. Because Christ died once. That's it. He ain't died again. You lost your mind.
We don't want that to happen no more.
Listen.
Taking advantage.
Christ was talking about not going on the cross. Don't get crazy. He's like, yo, relax. Relax with all that dying stuff, bro. He said he died no more anyway.
How crazy when you see these?
Huh?
I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, brother. You go ahead. You were saying something?
No, I was just saying how crazy. I think I sent y'all the video when these brothers doing Passover, this past Passover. They were actually putting blood on the doorposts.
Yeah, we seen that.
I mean, isn't that crazy, bro? I mean,
but hey, that's where the understanding is of the Bible, of the knowledge of the understanding is still back there when we was in Egypt coming out. That's where their understanding is.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They still believe, still got to do that, even though we don't see it nowhere else.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the land, we never did that,
Come.
right? There wasn't putting blood on their tents in the wilderness.
Right.
They kept Passover in the wilderness, and then about them putting blood on their tents.
That's a good point.
I'll be defiling
You know what I'm saying?
Come.
That'll be the clue to keep doing it if they put blood on their tents in the wilderness.
Right.
That's the good point, brother. That's beautiful. I never thought of that.
Romans chapter again, but that's where the knowledge. I don't fault them because that's where their understanding of the information is, right? They're gonna learn more and more if they read more, understand more, and they're gonna come to the point where we ain't gotta do that no more.
Come.
You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Romans chapter 5, verse 11.
Romans chapter 5, verse 11. And not only so, but we also joy in God through our Lord Jesus Christ, by whom we have not received the atonement.
By whom now?
Oh,
by whom now we have received the atonement. See, we got it.
come.
That's all we need is the atonement, right?
That's reconciliation.
Yeah, to bring us back to God. Christ did it one time. Ark of the Covenant done. Put that to the side. We need to be dealing with that no more, right? We're gonna see it again, but no more of that. Putting blood on there,
Right.
visiting that,
Right.
none of that,
Come.
right?
Come.
Not needed, right? This is another reason why when Christ died, the veil was split open and it was empty in there, no ark.
Yes, I was waiting for you to get to that part. I was waiting for that.
It's foreshadowing that we're not going to need that.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what it's foreshadowing.
That's why it's not. That's why we can't find it.
We're not going to need it.
So you think it's gone already?
No, we're going to see it. Let's get it right. Can we get it right quick?
Okay, come.
Can we get 2 Maccabees chapter 2? Ooh, let's get it right quick. If we're gonna go, we gotta get back to our Hebrew law. I'm gonna get one more to get to our Hebrew law. We gotta get back to our Hebrew law. Get back to this Hebrew law, man.
You got your pocket numbers.
Yeah, get back to this Hebrew law, man.
We going to 2 Maccabees?
Yeah, 2 Maccabees chapter 2. You know what? Start at verse 1. So we're gonna just start at verse 1. It's still the context. All right, who got that?
I got it.
Go ahead.
2 Maccabees chapter 2 from the top.
Yes, sir.
It is also found in the records that Jeremy the prophet commanded them that were carried away to take of the fire as it hath been signified.
Go ahead.
And how that the prophet, having given them the law, charged them not to forget the commandment of the Lord, and that they should not err in their minds when they see images of silver and gold with their ornaments.
Right. So when they go into Babylonian captivity, you're going to see images of silver and gold and ornaments. They're worshiping these different things. Don't err in your mind. Don't get caught up in that. Mm-hmm. Like we see today, people get caught up in this world and what's going on with rappers and with Clay Thomas and with women and all kind of that. Don't get caught up in that stuff, bro. Stay locked in, right? Go ahead.
Verse 3. And with other such speeches exhorted he them that the law should be departed from their hearts.
That the law should not depart from their hearts, right? Mean from your mind. You always remember the Most High God's law. Go ahead.
Verse 4. It was also contained in the same writing that the prophets, being warned of the Most High, commanded the tabernacle and the ark to go with him as he went forth into the mountain where Moses climbed up and saw the heritage of the Most High.
Right, so when he was going with that direction, he was going toward the mountain where Moses climbed up and saw the heritage of God, right? When he went up, he showed the heritage of God as the land of Israel. He would show the land of Israel, but he couldn't go in. God showed him the land, right? Right. That's what it's called, the heritage of God. It's talking about the promised land, right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And when Jeremy came thither, he found an hollow grave wherein he laid the tabernacle and the ark and the altar of incense, and so stopped the door.
Right, so we covered it up and stopped it. He found the cave, and that's where he put the ark, he put the tabernacle, and all those things in there, right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. And some of those that followed him came to mark the way, but they could not find it.
So they try to mark where it's being hid, right? But they couldn't find it. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Which when Jeremy perceived, he blamed them, saying, As for the place, it shall be unknown until the time that the Most High gathered his people again together and received them unto mercy.
See, that place is unknown until the time we are gathered, right? That time is coming close, and he received us unto mercy. Go ahead.
Then shall the Lord shew them these things, and the glory of the Lord shall appear, and the cloud also.
See, we're gonna see the Ark of the Covenant, the tabernacle, all of those different things, right? So people are saying those things never happened. Those things are gonna be shown. We're gonna see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the glory of the Lord gonna appear, right? It says, and the cloud also. Go ahead.
As it was shewed under Moses, and as when Solomon desired that the place might be honorably sanctified.
Right? Last verse. Go ahead.
At verse 9. It was also declared that he, being wise, offered the sacrifice of dedication and of the finishing of the temple.
Right? All those things. So the ark is going to come back up. We're going to see it again. But again, as we not going to be dealing with that.
Wow.
We ain't going to go there and doing that. Christ did what he did. And that's the end of that. That is done.
It's going to be like a monument at a museum.
Yeah, that's just going to be something that proves that did happen. Right? But who needs to know that stuff? That happened. Other nations.
Okay.
So they don't know these things.
Wow.
Right? They're gonna read about it in the Old Testament that it happened.
Right.
And we can say,
there it is, right?
We're over there.
Wow. That's the ark.
It literally happens. Go take a look at it.
Wow.
Go look at the tabernacle. Before you start to say, I'm reading stuff that didn't happen. Here it is right there. Go take a look and see so you can believe.
Wow.
It's all there. But we don't deal with that no more. As a matter of fact, we're gonna be forgetting that. We just showing that to y'all so y'all can get it, so y'all can lock in. But they're gonna come to a point where that ain't gonna come to mind no more. Because we don't deal with that.
Wow.
Our God is here and our King, our Messiah is here with us. And they're not going nowhere.
It was on the Ark of the Covenant
You know what I'm saying?
when the flood was happening.
Huh?
He was in the Ark of the Covenant when the flood was happening.
Who?
Well, that
Most
was
High.
another ark.
No, that was a boat.
We didn't have an Ark of the Covenant then?
No. All right, let's go back.
Oh, yeah, because the rainbow, yeah.
Yep.
Timeline and stuff.
Yeah, the rainbow was the covenant.
All right, we going up there. We back to our Hebrew.
This is a good lesson. This was good.
Going back to our Hebrew, man. Right? So he gave him the throne of Yahweh his father. Is what it actually really said. Right? Saying he will reign over the house of Yaquab or Jacob forever, and his kingdom shall have no end. Right? And Miriam said unto the messenger, how is this able to happen while I do not know, man? So the messenger answered and said, Ruach HaKodesh will come over you, and the power of Eliam will abide over you. And what will he who will be born of you be? He will be Quadash, meaning he will be set apart. He will be called son, right? Meaning the son of God. Going back to what the prophecy says back in Psalms and with Isaiah. And behold, Elisheva, Elizabeth, your relative, has conceived a son in her old age, and this is the 6th month for her, who is called barren. Right? Coming on down. But there is nothing at all which will be impossible before Yahweh or Yahweh. And Miriam said, behold, here is the maidservant of Yahweh or Yahweh. Let it be done to me according to your words. So Miriam stood up from there in those days and went hastily into the mountains. to go to a city of Yehuda or Judah. Then she entered the house of Zechariah, and she gave what?
Shalom.
She gave shalom to Elisheva. See, the Spirit had me saying there's a month in shalom.
Yeah,
Give you shalom.
that was good.
And immediately when Elisheva heard the shalom of Miriam, there it is again. I'm gonna give you some shalom. The child of Elisheva, Elizabeth, rejoiced in her womb, and Elisheva was filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. And she cried out with a great voice and said, "Blessed are you among the women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb."
Wow.
And how did this happen that the mother of my Adon, my Lord, came to me? You must know that when my ears heard what? Your shalom.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Wow.
The child rejoiced with great gladness in my womb, and blessed are you that you believe, right? I want to get to the next part here.
Good stuff.
I
Wow.
want to go through this. This would be Mary talking about Mary's song. She praised God, right? There's all this stuff right here. She praised the Most High God. All right? Did all of that. Does it here? We have it here again. It says, and my Ruach rejoices in El, who is what? My Shalom. Right?
Oh.
So we see the Shalom is Shalom all day is there.
Come on.
And we have when it come on down, let me see here, get to the part, where is that? Where is it? Right? Here, right here.
Okay.
Right? Verse 56. It says, so Miriam stayed with Elisheva about what? 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says this in the Bible, right? It said about 3 months, right? Let me quickly show it. Stayed there about 3 months, right?
Mm.
Luke chapter 1, verse 56, right? And Mary abode with her about 3 months, right? And returns, this is, and returned to her own house. Look what the Hebrew Luke said,
Mm-hmm.
right? The Hebrew Luke says, and so Miriam stayed with Elisheva, Elizabeth, about 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says right here, and after she returned to her house, where?
At the sanctuary.
At the sanctuary. Mary lived in the sanctuary.
Ooh, that makes more sense now. Oh my goodness.
She lived in the sanctuary. This was what been saying with tradition, that she was raised in the sanctuary.
And it makes more sense why the Most High call her his handmaid now.
It makes more sense.
Wow.
She stayed in the
Temple
sanctuary.
service. He did the temple service. Wow.
She
Hey,
stayed.
who say this? You know who been saying this for? I don't know about centuries, but at least years, at least 100 years. I know that the Catholic Church. They say this,
Yep, they sure do. Yep, you right about that.
and they that's why that one reason they hold her with high regard like that.
Mm.
And that makes sense, brother. What you just said, the handmaid. I never put that together like that too. The handmaid, if she was in that. So will you say, I mean, she was like Anna the prophetess?
But even more so, right? This more leads into the entire story of her being born of a miraculous conception too.
Yep.
That she was then placed into the
Wow.
temple, right?
Wow.
Because she's not the only woman, that a young woman, because she's obviously she's engaged to Joseph, but at this time she not with her parents.
Right.
She's at the temple, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she have to leave the temple when she start to have her period, right?
Definitely.
Obviously, at this time she's young. This goes to prove that she's a very young woman. Before she had her period, she's in the temple. This also shows you that where Zechariah lived was not far from the temple. right?
Come.
And then when the angel came and talked to her,
Mhm.
and it was where?
And
In the temple again.
Come.
The same place he spoke to Zechariah, in the temple.
Right.
He spoke to her in the temple. So she got up and because she went on her own, not too far from the temple, to go to Zechariah's house.
Come.
His house wasn't too far from the temple.
Right.
Right?
Wow. Mhm.
This is before they moved up into Galilee,
Come.
when they came back from Egypt.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Come.
At this time, she stayed in the temple. This is very significant right here.
Wow.
This helped further prove the virgin birth.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You ain't gonna be doing nothing in the temple. Wow.
Further prove the virgin birth.
Wow.
She got,
Wow. And then Joseph being a just man, now it really helps situate everything.
right? Because if she's in the temple and she's like, when she's telling him, God did this,
Right.
right?
Right.
He's like, I know you. I don't. So what am I going to say? I can't break Torah and say what you what you want me to do.
Rocking the hard place, buddy. Wow. Wow.
Right?
Come.
But this is, can we get the book of Judges?
Come.
Let me get the book of Judges. And you can see Judges chapter 11,
Come.
starting at verse 28. Judges chapter 11, verse 28. Who got that?
Judges chapter 11, reading at verse 28.
Yeah.
It go to 28?
Yeah,
I have Joshua.
I got it.
So give me verse 29. You got to go ahead.
Joshua Judges verses 11, verse 29. Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah, and he passed over Gilead and Manasseh, and passed over Mizpeh and Gilead.
Misfit of Gilead.
Mizpeh of Gilead. And from Mizpeh of Gilead he passed over unto the children of Ammon.
Right, so the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah. Go ahead.
And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hand,
Go ahead.
then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering.
Right? So whatever comes out of his house, when he comes back, the Lord gives him this victory, he's going to give it to the Lord and offer it for a burnt offering. So he's thinking an animal going to come out first or something. I'm going to meet an animal and come back. Right? So I'm going to offer that for a burnt offering. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands.
Go ahead.
And he smote them from Arior even till thou come to Minnith, even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyard, with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
Verse 34. And Jephthah came to Mizpah unto the house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child. Beside her, he had neither son nor daughter.
So his only child. So she came out first. He made a vow to the Lord that he gonna have to offer her as a burnt offering. First one that came out. His only child came out. Go ahead.
Verse 35. And it came to pass when he saw her that he rent his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back.
See that?
Mm.
People be opening their mouth to the Most High, and then they be going back. He said, "Nah, no, I can't do that. You crazy. You lost it. Once you vow to the Most High, better not go back. Don't do that. Look, he has to now turn over his only daughter. It's his only child. He has no other child. He has to turn it over to the Lord. He made a vow. That's why people, when you make a vow, you better be careful. You better make sure you will to pay that. Don't go not paying it. Because if you don't pay, what's gonna happen to you?
Through, you're gonna go in that pit.
He's gonna turn you over the house of time.
Come.
You know what he wanna do with you.
Come. We want you in that pit with him.
Go ahead.
Verse 36. And she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Lord, do to me according to that which hath proceeded out of thy mouth.
You can see locked in, right? She like, no. She like, hey, if you don't send to the Lord, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? She locked in. She ain't trying to like, hey, that's on you, Dad. Hey, that got nothing to do with me. You said that. Nah, yeah, that's on no. She locked right, and she like, hey, if you said something to the Lord about me, do it. Do it. That's how locked in we gotta be. If it means you die, hey, do it. They willing to. She's like, no. If you said something to the Lord, no, you got to do that.
Right.
Do it.
Remember, you said like that was forget for they something about the most. I mean, my shock, I was shy. Come back to me though.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
For as much as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee of thine enemies, even of the children of Ammon.
Right. God has fulfilled his part. You got to now fulfill your part. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 37. And she said unto her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountains and bewail my virginity, I and my fellow.
Right? Her and her maidens, right?
Come.
So she wanted to go for 2 months and go up and down and bewail her virginity, right? Because she's gonna remain a virgin for the rest of her life. She's been turned over to the Lord, right? She ain't getting married, ain't getting no man, right? She's been vowed to the Lord, right?
Come.
Go ahead.
38. And he said, Go. And he sent her away for 2 months, and she went with her companions and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains.
Right, so her and the companions went and they was crying and bewailing her virginity, that she's never going to get married. She's never going to have children, right? And bewail her virginity with her companions. Go ahead.
Verse 39. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow, which he had vowed, and she knew no man, and it was a custom in Israel.
Notice the text does not say that he put her to death. He killed her. Right? God ain't going to accept that. Child sacrifice?
Right.
No.
Right.
He said, and he did her according to his vow. It says, and she knew no man. If he put her to death, then he did the same that he did. She knew no man, meaning that she was still alive. She never had sex with no man. Right? It says, and it was a custom in Israel. Right? A custom in Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 40. That the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Japhthan the Gilead, for I'm sorry, 4 days in a year.
4 days in the year. 4 days in the year, they would go up there and lament with her, right? Of her virginity, that she can't be with a man and can't have children. Now, if she is dead, are they gonna continue to go up there 4 days a year? Won't make no sense. You're gonna go to a dead body and lament. No, you're not.
Con.
The woman is still alive, but they're lamenting her that she's never gonna have children. She can't be with no man.
Wow.
And she was vowed to the Lord, right?
Con.
She's what we call a female eunuch.
Con.
She's a female eunuch,
Yeah.
right? A male eunuch don't have children, none of that.
Right.
She's a female eunuch. Similar to what, so she would have stayed in the temple until her period come, and then she would have to then work outside. But she was still dedicated to the Lord, meaning that whatever the priest needed, she would then help them get. Right? Whatever they need, that she can do once she got on her period, she would then assist the priest.
Right.
Because she dedicated to the Lord.
Con.
Mary is a little bit different. Mary was sent to the temple to be raised in the temple because she was born of a virgin, I think, when her parents died. So the priest was raising her. So it came to the point where Mary was getting close to her having her period. Right. So they said, well, we have to name Mary her off. Right. For someone else to take the responsibility and take her there because she was not dedicated to the Lord. Right. Right. Her parents died, and then they're raising her up. Right. Kind of like we see today when if a woman get pregnant and don't want the baby, she can turn the baby over. Right. For child services or whatever. Right. And they'll take care of the child and find the child a home. Right. The temple operates the same way. Right. Okay. Right. Your parents dead, they will take the child and raise them, and then if the woman, then they will marry her off to a man. Right. Right. A man, the same thing. You will get him a trade so he can work. Right. And so on and so forth. Right. Get him out there in society. Okay. So it's the same thing that would happen. Right. So Mary was the same. So Mary got to her point where she needs to get married and then go live with Joseph because she was getting close to the time of her period. Wow. Right. So she have to marry her off to someone because now she has to live outside of the temple. Right.
And this brings the Israel customs into play here, seeing how Israel handled the stuff that they.
Yes, definitely.
This is definitely good backstories to everything we're learning.
Yeah, so she went to her house I'm trying, why would the Greek take this out? Why would the Greek take out this point here about her house was at the sanctuary?
Because we think she coming from her own house.
Her own house with her parents. But notice the text though specifically never said that Mary is with her parents. It names one of her parents in Matthew, but it don't never said that she was living with her parents. We assuming she's living with her, but this verse telling us no. No. Right? This more confirming again that her parents died. Which I was trying to pull up the Vigilon or the pro Vigilon of James, because that's where it gives the background of Mary, and it says the same thing here. Right? Who her parents was, and then they died, and they confirmed that it was some kind of a miraculous birth that her mother had, and had Mary, right? And then they turned her over to the sanctuary. She was raised in the sanctuary. Wow, that's what that says. Wow, that confirmed the virgin birth.
That sounds like it's all purpose,
handmade.
Yeah,
handmade to the Most High.
But this also confirms that as well.
Sound like no accidents in there. This is all purpose. This is all. Yeah.
This is what these brothers that's talking that nonsense about there's no virgin birth need to get and read, right? If you arguing with the Hebrew Luke and you claim to be a Hebrew, something is wrong. You gonna argue with the Hebrew Luke? You gonna put this below the Greek? When we know the Greek doesn't even really match what it's saying in the Old Testament, when this is matching what it says in the Old Testament. You're going to argue the part where it says about he gave him the throne of his father. We know you're not arguing that. It says it in the Old Testament, the throne belongs to God. You don't really believe it belongs to David. That would make no type of sense whatsoever. So this is clearly matching up lovely. Everything lining up perfect. Wow. We got to get this class out to people. We're going to continue here.
Can I say one thing real
quick?
Yes, sir. You know, Elizabeth's name, when we say it in English, You don't see Elias' name up there. I'm looking at it when you say it in Hebrew. It's Elias' name is up there first. It's either Elijah or Elias.
What are you talking about?
Where it says her name in Hebrew.
Whose name?
Elizabeth.
Right here?
Yeah, Alicia. There you go. Yeah.
Elisheva.
Yeah. Elisha. Yeah, that kind of looks like Alicia, huh?
No, it's Elisheva.
But they got the L in
Elisha.
front.
Yeah.
Elisheva.
Okay.
You know how you know that the V is pronounced as a B,
Huh. Okay.
right?
Elisheva.
Lisheva.
Or this is Elizabeth.
Huh.
This is Elizabeth.
But it looked like it comes from the name Elijah somehow. Elisha or Elijah.
It got
Elijah is up here,
they got the L in the front.
right? This is in
Probably die with me or something.
it'll come to verse 17 here, right? It says, now when Zachariah saw him, he was terrified, and fear came over him. But the messenger said unto him, do not fear, Zachariah, for your prayers are heard, and your wife Elizabeth will bear a son for you, and you shall call his name Johannes. And you will have joy and gladness, and many will rejoice when he will be born, for he will be great before God, and he will not drink wine or strong drink before he goes out of his mother's womb. He will be perfected by the Ruach HaKodesh.
Wow.
So he was born with the Holy Spirit, and he's being perfected by the Ruach HaKodesh. By the time he comes out the womb, he's ready, right?
Come. Wow.
He's been prepared then, right? Then it says he will instruct before him, that is before God, before Yahweh, in the Ruach and in the power of Eliyahu, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is Elijah here,
Okay.
Eliyahu,
Mm-hmm.
so that he may turn back the heart of the fathers to the sons, and make them walk in the wisdom of the righteous ones, and prepare for Yahweh or Yahweh what?
A perfect people.
Perfect people.
Wow.
So he's getting them ready for the Messiah to come.
Wow.
So he perfected them for the Messiah to come, so they can accept the Messiah.
So that's really John the Baptist, but look how Eliyahu, that is deep, bro. He got the L in there,
Yeah.
the I making it plural, the Yah in there, and the who.
Huh.
Wow.
This is how they say back then. This part right here, this Yahoo Shebrew.
Huh. Yeah, that's like the beginning of Yahushua.
It's just Eliyah.
Yeah. Eliah.
Yeah. But again, this is supposed to be a A.
Khan.
But it's an E.
Khan.
And the I is possessive. It's my.
Right.
My God, Yah.
Yahu. A Khan.
My God, Yah, short form of Yahweh.
Khan.
Right?
My God, Yahweh.
My God, that's how you kind of parse this out. How this name is in right here.
Khan.
So you have Eli is my God.
Khan.
Then you have the last part, right? Then you have if you go from right to left, like it is,
Khan.
it's Yahweh, right?
Khan.
My God.
Khan. Okay.
Yahweh, my God, is how you say that from right to left.
Okay.
The I possessive, meaning it's mine.
Khan.
Yahweh, my God. That's how you parse. They call that parsing stuff out.
Khan.
Separating it.
That was deep.
And putting it together.
Khan.
Again, I'm finishing up this this Hebrew Luke. so we can clearly see, man. There's a lot
Mm.
in here. Okay, so we got to the part. All right, here we go. Right here. Oh, we passed it up a little bit here.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah, and after she returned to her house at the sanctuary, right?
Con.
Staying in the sanctuary. Elisheva had to give birth, and she gave birth, and she had a son.
Con.
When the neighbors and her relatives heard of her who was exalted by the steadfast love shown to her, they rejoiced with her. They heard it and gathered together on the 8th day in order that they could circumcise the son. And they called his name after his father, Zechariah. But his mother answered and said, "It will not be so." Not calling him that. But his name must be Yohanan, John. And they said to her, "It is not fitting in your family that you should have such a name." So they made signs to his father how he wanted his name to be, in Zechariah Acts tablet, on which he wrote, Yohanan is his name. And all who were there were very amazed about this. And immediately the mouth of the father was opened. And his tongue spoke, and he blessed Yahweh or Yahweh here. So there came fear on all their neighbors, and these things were published throughout all the mountains of Yehuda or Judah, and everyone who knew it took it to heart and said, "What will this child be?" For the hand of Yahweh or Yahweh was upon it.
Wow.
Right? Now Zechariah, his father, was full of the Ruach HaKodesh, and he prophesied and said, "Blessed be Adon, Lord, right, the Elohim of Israel, for he has visited, right, and worked redemption for his people, as he directed us," right? And hastily gave what?
Shalom.
He gave shalom to the house of David, his son. We gotta give shalom. Again, I never knew it said that. Months ago, it had me saying, "I'm giving you some shalom, brother."
You sure was saying that months ago.
And here it is, right here in the Hebrew Luke. It's been saying it hundreds of years before I came across it. It's been saying this. I just came across it last month.
Yes, sir.
I just came across it last month. All right, man. With that, I'm gonna leave it there. I got to finish the rest of those 3 gospels, so we can pull out everything else that's in those gospels. But that thing about Mary is pivotal because I'm trying to end this virgin birth debate once and for all. These brothers got to get to the point where they understand that Christ came to a virgin birth, man. They got to come out of this nonsense that they've been indoctrinated with the lies they've been taught out there by these non-Israelites. It's non-Israelites that taught them that. Non-Israelites taught them that nonsense. That's foolishness right there. Because every Israelite understood that there was a virgin birth coming. The priests understood it, right? And they're the teachers of the people. So a virgin birth isn't a far-fetched in the nation of Israel. Now, to outsiders, they wouldn't believe nothing like that.
Right.
Like what? Nah.
Even the Sadducees and Pharisees knew it was coming. They
They knew
just
it
didn't
was
know
coming.
who it would be.
Yeah, they all knew the stuff was coming, man. This is not nothing. This is new, but they have to come out of that stuff that they're in, man.
And remember that priest you said later on in life, he saw the Hamashiach Yahushua as a kid, and he was like, "I remember him. Yeah, he was doing miracles. He came in the temple at 12, and he was wowing us with how he spoke and stuff."
Give them all, yeah. So that's what I got spoke up. And he said what he was saying, so we can understand. That's leave these men alone. You know? What happened to Servant Smith?
Service Smith, you still on?
He just fell off.
Uh-oh.
Well, we're gonna see if
Probably
he's gonna
gonna
talk
get
right
back
now.
Come.
I want to ask him this question. You get this behind what's the fascination with these Gentiles, man? So we can understand. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Let me stop the live.